goes west in the playoffs, and I know we're barely over halfway through the regular season, but it looks to me like the majority of the really good 1A football teams are on the west side of the bracket.
Yes, sir. That's what, anywhere from Dresden, McKenzie, Union City, Lake County. I mean, all those teams are kind of loaded this year. McKenzie being in back-to-back state championship games, they've got a lot of experience, on that side of the bracket.
You told me that you're kind of a 50-50 team on offense as far as the passing game and the running game are concerned. That has been good to you guys this year, I think.
It has. One thing that we hoped to going into the season was our offensive line could mature and really get to where if we wanted to sit back there and hand the ball off, we could. And so far, the last two games, they've really done a good job of us, Dawson being able just to stand back there and hand it off. And Logan Heckwood, our tailback, he's done a really good job at hitting the holes and accelerating. Lynchburg
is a pretty good football town and has been for a long, long time, but they haven't had a whole lot to cheer about lately. And I know that's got to be awfully gratifying the way you guys have started the season there in the community. Their community support there is outstanding. Yeah, and that was one reason coming back here. It's kind of home to us, and knowing that the community loves football the way they do. And that's what I try to remind the kids, every day. That, anywhere from 5 and 6 year olds to 85-year-olds, are coming to watch you play, and it means a lot to the people down here. That's what it's all about, and that's why I love going to watch single-A football in Tennessee. The whole community is there cheering you and the kids on. Best of luck in the rest of the season, and thanks for your time this morning. All right, thank you, Murphy, for having me.
Chris White, head coach of the Moore County Raiders. The Raiders are 7-0 this season, with wins at Cascade, Fayetteville, Eagleville, Wayne County, Franklin County, Cornersville, and Collinwood. This week, the Raiders are hosting the Huntland Hornets. When we continue Murphy's view of the West and Division II games, you're listening to Murphy's Matchups.
Starting to save for your future doesn't have to be difficult. Let Wilson Bank and Trust help tone up your financial goals this year. Our certificates of deposits or CDs can help your money work harder with our competitive rates, earning you more than ever before. WBT checking options allow you to earn rewards you can really use, like a high interest rate or cash back on check card purchases when you meet some e-banking qualifications. Visit your closest Wilson Bank and Trust office or online at wilsonbank.com to get started today. Member FDIC.
Huff and Puff Trucking is a proud supporter of Tennessee high school football. There is a special bond that Friday nights in the fall bring to a small town. We wish the best of luck to every team this season. Huff and Puff is a company that connects with its employees in the same way a football team connects with its own town. If you're a Class A CDL driver or a maintenance technician and want to learn more about our advantages of working at Huff and Puff Trucking, call us at 800-965-5033.
There's no shortage of icons in Big Orange Country, but perhaps none are more celebrated than Neyland Stadium's checkerboard end zones. Inspired by the checkered brick design atop Ayers Hall, the pattern first found its way to the end zone in 1964. Today, the checkerboards are a fitting tribute to the university's most iconic building and an ever-present reminder that the volunteer spirit never stops growing. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company, and the official insurance of the Vols.
It's an NFL doubleheader on Sports USA. And first, the Indianapolis Colts with Moss, Pittman, and Pierce race to Jacksonville and face Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and the Jaguars. Then it's off to Vegas as Ramondre, Zeke, and the New England Patriots come to Sim City to see if they can outrun the Raiders and Josh Jacobs.
Gets the snap, gives it to Josh Jacobs, and he is in.
It's the Colts and the Jaguars, then the Pats at the Raiders. This Sunday on Sports USA.
NFL coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. exclusively on WNSR.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
You're listening to Murphy's Matchups. This is week 9 on the season. And as the guru mentioned at the top of the program, it's fall break for many schools. Only 75 games this week across the state. In 48 of those games, teams will face regional opponents. And only 2 contests are non-Friday events. Now with his view of West and Division II, once again, Murphy Fair.
Thank you, Doug. As we prepare for our West Tennessee and Division II segment, we also see that there are not a lot of games being played there because of fall break. At the 6A level, all 6 teams in Region 8 are taking the week off. In 5A, it's just about as bad, with only Memphis Central hosting Manassas as the lone game being listed. Look for a big win for Coach Major Wright's team there at Memphis Central. In 4A, Dyer County and New Bern hosting Fayette Ware. I think Dyer County gets the easy win there. Crockett County, a team that's doing very well this year, should have no trouble with Manassas, that game being played in Alamo. Jackson Northside should win the big rivalry game there in Jackson over Jackson Southside. And I think South Gibson there in Medina gets a win playing at Lexington this week. In 3A, a couple of games there. McNary Central should win at Liberty Magnet, and I think Dyersburg gets an easy win at Scotts Hill. In 2A, Riverside playing at Adamsville, a big rivalry game involving Region 6 2A. I think Riverside wins that game, but it should be a dogfight. Peabody should have no trouble with Jackson Central Mary. I think Milan gets an easy win at home against Tresvant. I'm picking Camden to top West Carroll, and Huntingdon should have an easy time at home with Gibson County. Only one game listed in 1A in the western part of the state. That's where Union City entertains Halls, and the Golden Tornadoes should win that one relatively easy. Only 15 games are on the Division II schedule this week, just 4 of those at the AAA level. I think in the East Middle Tennessee Division, McCauley should have no trouble with Father Ryan. I think Baylor gets an easy win over Life Academy, Virginia. That's being played at Baylor. And I think Lipscomb gets a nice win at home against Knoxville Catholic. In the western part of the state, one big rivalry involving Christian Brothers and Memphis University School. That game being played at MUS, and I think the Owls of MUS get a win in that one. In Division II AA, I'm picking Chattanooga Christian to win at home against Lakeway Christian. In the Mid-State, Goodpasture should have no trouble with Webb of Bell Buckle, and I think Rockvale, a 6A school on the public side, should have no trouble with Pope John Paul II. Out west, Lausanne, a team with just one loss thus far. I think they get another one against Munford, and I think USJ gets a win at home against ECS. Finally, in Division II Single A, I'm picking Middle Tennessee Christian to win against Kings Academy, a long bus ride from Murfreesboro to East Tennessee, but I think the Cougars come away with a win there. In York Institute, up in Jamestown, travels to Friendship Christian in Lebanon, and I think York Institute wins that game. Other mid-state games involving Division II Single A teams, I think Mount Juliet Christian wins at home against Glencliff, and Fayetteville should win at home against Nashville Christian. Finally, in West Tennessee, I'm picking Trinity Christian over FACS, and Jackson Christian should get a home win against Lake County.
Thanks, Murphy. And there you have it, the view for fall break week of prep football in the Volunteer State. You've been listening to Murphy's Matchups with the guru of Tennessee high school football, Murphy Fair. Murphy's Matchups made possible by Farm Bureau Insurance and your local Farm Bureau agent. Until this time next week, go out and support your favorite team, and we'll see you back here on Murphy's Matchups.
Welcome to the most exciting high school football coverage in Tennessee.
Still on his feet to the 10, to the 5. Oh, my goodness! He scored a touchdown! Oh, my!
Over 20 years of high school football coverage for Middle Tennessee. It's the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week.
40-45 midfield. 45-40 cuts back. He's got a chance. 30, 25, 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. How about that?
Exclusively on your home for the best high school football coverage in Tennessee. WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station.
Handoff, it's a reverse. Looking to pass. They're looking for the quarterback. He is wide open. Touchdown!
The MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week is presented by
Strike and Spare Family Fun Center, Jackson Boone Racing, the Omni Nashville Hotel, Jody Jones Dentistry, and Southern Trophy House.
Here's your WNSR MidState Checkdown High School Football broadcast crew, Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
In high school football in Tennessee, overall records can be deceiving. It's not the overall record that matters as much as your record in the region. So tonight we have a matchup not for padding the overall record, but for gaining a huge win in the region and the chase for the playoffs. Welcome to Smyrna, Tennessee, just south of Nashville, for the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, as the Bulldogs of Smyrna host the Redhawks of Stewart's Creek. I'm Joe Fisher saying hello from the booth. Another beautiful night here in Middle Tennessee. Joined by my broadcast partner, Jonathan Schaefer. Adam Johnson is our on-site producer engineer. The homestanding Bulldogs 3-4 on the season, Jonathan, but they have won 3 in a row and sit atop the Class 6A Region 5 standings. And I think their 17-14 win last week over East Nashville sent a pretty strong message.
Well, a very impressive win for them. An East Nashville team we got to see earlier this year. Very athletic squad. And Smyrna was able to find a way to limit them to just 14 points. And then their previous two opponents in McGavock and Laverne shut both of them out. This is the first of 3 region games to end the season. And this Smyrna defense has been playing very strong.
Stewart's Creek 5-2 overall. They are 1-1 in the region. Big game for them. And they are led by senior Kenny Jordan, who leads the team in rushing and receiving.
There's no doubt about that. 15 total touchdowns, 10 touchdowns in the running game with almost 500 yards rushing, almost 400 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns there. That is the man that Smyrna is going to key on tonight.
Q and Will bring you up with all the updates from the studio at halftime. Our Greg Pogue caught up with the head coaches for tonight earlier this week. Matt Williams of Smyrna, Ben Caudill of Stewart's Creek. We'll hear from them right after this break. You're on the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
Jackson Boone Racing.
The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Jackson Boone Racing.
A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old.
Jackson Boone Racing.
Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front.
Jackson Boone Racing.
We all know that Nashville life can get hectic. In the middle of all the madness that is life, don't forget to take care of yourself. Treat yourself to Nashville's ultimate relaxation experience at Mocara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel. With services for men and women, Mocara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel is your one-stop shop for full-body treatment. Begin your experience in the exquisite relaxation room, then enjoy a full-body treatment or even a couples massage before finishing in the salon. Located on the 4th floor of the Omni Nashville Hotel, Mocara Spa is Nashville's highest quality self-care oasis. To book your experience or gain information on packages, call Mocara Spa today at 615-761-3600. Again, 615-761-3600. Or log on to theomnihotel.com. And with every booking, you'll have free valet parking and rooftop pool access to enjoy the Music City sky.
joined now by
And through
Stewart
Labor Day,
Coach
enjoy
Ben.
the 4th floor spa terrace for only $20. Mocara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
We're joined now by Stewart's Creek coach Ben Caudle.
Yeah, obviously, big region game left. That's all we have left is region games. 2 of the 3 of those are going to be on the road. So it's certainly a time of the year where, it means a lot to be playing in games that matter, especially ones against Smyrna and Laverne. 2 of the 3 that are left are, just right across the highway for us. Coming off of a bye week and fall break here in Rutherford County. So it's been good to have our team back together this week.
Well, in what's gotten you to 5-2, what's been working for you?
Yeah, I think we've been a little bit better in all 3 phases this year than last year. I was a little concerned losing a senior quarterback last year, who was also Gage Hoover was also the Mr. Baseball in 4A. So losing production like that, I was a little bit concerned with coming into this season. But Jacob Jones and Jerry Taylor both have done a great job playing quarterback for us. Proud of the job that our offense has done this year, putting up points and giving us a chance, to win every game so far. That's all you can ask, from that side of the ball. And defensively, we've had to replace a few more starters than offensively, but, I'm proud of, the effort of those guys, especially some in new spots, and starting for the first time. And, we've reached a time, here in the season where, whatever you did last year doesn't matter. It's more so about the production that you've done this year. Special teams have also been a little bit better this year. We've had, Ehab Habib join us from our soccer team. Hadn't played football until his senior year. And so all 3 of those phases have been executing a little bit better than we did last year.
When you look at Smyrna, what do you need to do to be successful?
Yeah, really, really good team, really well coached in all 3 phases. They have played a brutal schedule, won their last 3, and this is a game where, every snap matters. You can't, take a break in any phase. Coach Williams has done a great job there for a really long time. So playing over there is certainly going to be, a huge challenge for our team. Obviously against a very well-coached team as well.
Joined now by Smyrna, Coach Matt Williams.
I just think what's working is the kids have come to practice determined every day to get better. And, it's a group that, I've had groups in the past, I don't know that would have responded like this. I think our kids have just been determined to come every day and get better. And I think they believed in what I was telling them. When I told them, I said, if you'll stay the course, we'll start seeing things improve. And I think they bought into that. And I just told them, coaching is all about you buying what I'm selling, and you got to keep buying it, because if you ever stop buying it, it won't work. So I just think the group has been extremely coachable, and I'm proud of them for that.
What's worked for you, just beyond the buy-in? Give me some things that have really worked for you.
Well, I think our defense has started to play really well and up to their potential. I thought it was the first year that we get, that had potential to be a strength of our football team. And, I think in the last 3 weeks we've only given up, a handful of points and, 2 shutouts in those 4 games. So their defense has played better. I think our quarterback, Austin Morris, is really starting to mature and has come along. And, we've moved some people around. We moved Thomas Jones to tailback. I think that's something that gave us a spark last week. And, I just think all those things combined, I think our offensive line is starting to finally gel. We lost 5 starters on the offensive line, starting quarterback, starting tailback. And anytime you have that, you're going to have some growing pains. So I just think our kids have continued to buy in and get better.
When you look at Stewart's Creek, what do you need to do to be successful?
Man, they're good. I mean, we got to be able to block their front. The defense front is really, really good and disruptive. And we've got to find a way to run the football. And, when it's on passing down, to be able to protect the quarterback. And, defensively, offensively, they got some really good weapons. Number 8, number 24, both extremely dynamic players. The tailback and the receiver, they'll motion them around, and both will play running back at times. But we've got to be able to contain the run game. They've got a really strong perimeter running game and can't get hurt on the inside run game. Their quarterback, number 2, is doing a really good job on their offense and is a gritty, hard-nosed player. They got the left tackle, number 72, is one of the better offensive linemen we've seen all year. And both tackles, I think both tackles are really good. So we've got to hold up on the defensive front and got to try to focus on both sides of the ball to win the line of scrimmage.
It's an NFL doubleheader on Sports USA. And first, the Indianapolis Colts with Moss, Pittman, and Pierce race to Jacksonville and face Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and the Jaguars. Then it's off to Vegas as Ramondre, Zeke, and the New England Patriots come to Sin City to see if they can outrun the Raiders and Josh Jacobs.
Gets the snap, gives it to Josh Jacobs, and he is in.
It's the Colts and the Jaguars, then the Pats at the Raiders. This Sunday on Sports USA.
NFL coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. exclusively on WNSR.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling. Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best. It's the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Joe Fisher with play-by-play and Jonathan Schaefer with color analysis. Now, down to the field with your first half coverage. Here's Joe Fisher.
We are so glad you are with us. Stewart's Creek and Smyrna here from Smyrna, Tennessee. Joe Fisher, Jonathan Schaefer with you. Smyrna wearing the home purple jerseys, gold numerals, gold pants, gold helmets. Stewart's Creek will be across the way in white and red as they'll have the toss of the coin here coming up in just a couple of minutes. Smyrna 3-4 on the year, but they, Jonathan, are 2-0 in the region. They opened up with 4 straight losses at Riverdale, to Rockvale 14-9, lost to Siegel, lost to Ravenwood. Then they turned it around. Beat Laverne 16-0, won at McGavock 34-0, and then a big win last week over East Nashville 17-14.
And I think that earlier part of the schedule helped them out for the second half of the schedule. That game against Riverdale, Ravenwood in there, 2 very good teams at Smyrna. took on. Smyrna's going to come out here and play physical. We're expecting a lower scoring game tonight, especially with the way Smyrna in region play has been able to hold their opponents to just 14 points in the past couple of weeks.
The Red Hawks of Stewart's Creek, 5-2 on the year. They are 1-1 in Class 6A Region 5. They opened with an impressive win at Tullahoma. That's a good team. 21-7 win there. Beat Blackman 28-21. Won at Hillsboro 28-14. Then they also lost to Rockvale, a team we saw earlier, 34-26. Beat Cane Ridge, lost to Antioch. And Antioch is another interesting story here, Jonathan, because Antioch is leading this region at 3-0, and then a big win last week for Stewart's Creek over West Creek, 45-14.
Well, for Antioch, just want to step back to that for just a moment. What a turnaround they've had down there. Had a chance to call that game against Oakland, first one of the season, and while Oakland did what you would think Oakland would do, what was impressive about that Antioch squad was they never gave up. They played that entire game, played for their coach, and showed that they've got a very good freshman quarterback down there, and they've got some good athletes. So for Antioch to be playing well right now, not a surprise to be on top of the region. That would be a surprise.
You told me after that game when you saw them, of course, I went to Antioch, and I was not able to do that game, but you told me, you said, I'm telling you, they've got some players. They have a chance to be pretty good, and it's turned out to be the case.
Yeah, that has been the case. And let's not forget with Smyrna and Stewart's Creek, this is a local rivalry tonight. Mayor's Cup's played for tonight. Smyrna, it's their final home game of the season. Will be on the road for the next 2 weeks. We're expecting a very good affair here at Smyrna.
Captains meeting at midfield right now for the toss of the coin. What a beautiful night once again. I'm telling you, I'm reluctant to say it every week, but, man, we have been graced with tremendous Friday night weather all season long.
Absolutely perfect tonight. Let's not forget, down here at Smyrna, a couple state championships going back there to the late 2000s. Sonny Gray, a young man who you knew a lot about with his days with Vanderbilt baseball, was the quarterback of those Smyrna teams.
And Sonny's still playing. Has a playoff win under his belt.
He's had a very nice career in the major leagues.
He sure has. He's landed in a really good place as well right now. He's landed in a nice rotation at Minnesota. So toss of the coin taking place right now. Smyrna on our near sideline. Again, purple jerseys, gold numerals, helmets, and pants. Stewart's Creek across the way, white jerseys and pants. Stewart's Creek won the toss. They have declined. So I would assume Smyrna will get the football to open play. Let's see how they do it as they separate the captains, and our referee says Stewart's Creek will kick away, and they'll kick left to right as you listen. Stands across the way for Stewart's Creek. There's not a large grandstand for the opponents here, so about half of it is the Stewart's Creek band. But it's full. So you've got that. And again, they're very close in proximity. Saw a lot of them coming in today. Some of them coming in RVs, as a matter of fact. They were ready for a big tailgate. So, last home game for Smyrna. They honored the seniors beforehand. Seniors not only in football, but in the band and cheerleading and track and everything else. They honored them all prior to the start tonight.
And you can see why Stewart's Creek declined. They will get the ball in the second half. This is a Smyrna offense that's not been great, hasn't put up big numbers this season in terms of yards rushing. They only have just short of 800 total yards rushing, just short of 700 total yards receiving. So a balanced offense, but not one that's been explosive. They haven't put up a ton of points, where on the Stewart's Creek side, they've got an outstanding player, the senior Kenny Jordan, who we've mentioned during this pregame show, who has 15 total touchdowns for that Red Hawk squad.
Let's start with Smyrna. Let's talk about their quarterback. That's Austin Morris. He is a junior, 84 of 134 for the season, 696 yards, only 3 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Last week against East Nashville, 22 of 26 passing, so very efficient, although he did have 2 interceptions as Stewart's Creek takes the field right now. In front of him, Valencia, Gray, Williams, Wilcox, and Pitts are the starting front 5. Their weapons offensively, McCarver at wide receiver, 20 catches on the year. Michael Robinson is kind of a do-it-all kind of player for them. He'll be a running back. He'll be a wide receiver. Thomas Jones and DJ Barksdale, who leads them in rushing. It's interesting, 449 yards rushing for Barksdale as a junior.
Yeah, Barksdale trying to get the job done for them. Let's see how they approach this first drive. against Stewart's Creek. I'm wondering how much they'll go to the air. They went to the air more than I would have thought against East Nashville last week. Unfortunately, you only have 4 incompletions, but 2 of them interceptions. And tonight, I know it's cliche, but crucial in terms of turnovers. We saw Fairview last week be able to hang into that game. They were down by just 7 in the third quarter against Independence before Independence and the numbers game with them, and they were able to overcome their mistakes and go on to win.
That's exactly where I was going to go, because I have a feeling this game is going to be decided by a turnover. You know, somebody that puts one on the deck at the wrong time, and we'll see how that plays out. Smyrna will get the football. They'll move right to left as you listen on a gorgeous Friday night here in Middle Tennessee. We are so glad that you are with us. In those purple jerseys, and back to receive the kickoff for Smyrna, Thomas Jones back deep along with Tyreek McCarver.
McCarver, their main return threat, so let's see where Stewart's Creek decides to kick the ball in which direction.
Habib handles the kickoff for Stewart's Creek. And we are about set to go as toe meets leather, and we are underway. This is going to be a bounder inside the 20-15, picked up at the 13-yard line. McCarver with a lateral, and Thomas Jones is upended at the 20-yard line. And that ball came loose. That ball came out at the 20-yard line, and I believe Stewart's Creek has recovered. Oh, my goodness. What a turn of events right off the bat. They tried the lateral to Jones. He got upended and put the ball on the deck, and Stewart's Creek has recovered.
It gave me every indication that Stewart's Creek was not fooled in any sort of way on that lateral, because when it got pitched back, he was going up the middle of the field. He was able to take the pitch cleanly, but got smacked really hard. Mentioned turnovers, have one already inside the 20-yard line.
Boy, what a start for Stewart's Creek. Just inside the 20-yard line. Jacob Jones, the junior, is the quarterback. 990 yards passing, 8 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He'll start in the shotgun and looks to throw on first down. He goes to the end zone, had a man overthrew him. He was looking for Kenny Jordan, who was wide open and just a couple of steps out of his reach.
That was a beautiful play designed, because the receiver that was in the flat came inside. He pulled both defenders his way. He was in the slot, hit the boundary. I could tell by the time he was at the 10-yard line, he was going to be open if they could just connect. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it happen in the back of the end zone.
Jordan, 488 yards rushing, 10 touchdowns, 19 catches, 391, 5 touchdowns. As Jonathan mentioned, 15 touchdowns produced by Kenny Jordan. That would have been 16. He was wide open. Second down and 10 for the Redhawks. Handoff to Jordan on a little jet sweep, running right, turns and gets inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. A very short gain on the play. Carson Matthews with the tackle for the Bulldogs brings up 3rd and 9.
They're going to get Jordan the ball any way they can, and I have a feeling you're going to see them put him in motion each direction, try to confuse the Smyrna defense as well.
Man, I'd go back to that first play. I mean, Jordan was wide open. He's going to line up in the slot to the left. Will Jordan has a receiver wide to his left side. Shotgun formation, 2 in the backfield as well, 1 on each shoulder of the quarterback. Handoff to Odie, the tailback, and he is collared at the 15 and dragged down at the 14-yard line. Javarian Odie, 470 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns on the season. That's going to bring up a decision now for Stewart's Creek on 4th down and 3, and let's see.
It's also a really nice tackle by Shane Hedgepath that time. He was the first would-be tackler to get to the ball carrier, made it happen.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. Empty backfield, shotgun formation for the quarterback, Jones. Jones simulates the snap, then looks to the sideline. Now changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap on 4th down, quick pass into the slot, incomplete. Broken up on a nice play in the slot. Tucker Moore, the senior, was there to knock it down, and Smyrna has held in the red zone.
Boy, already 2 huge plays in this game. Smyrna fumbling away the opening kickoff, and then 4th down for Stewart's Creek. They can't convert. They went empty set. They went wide, spread everybody out, try to get it to the man there in the slot. Good defensive play by Smyrna. As I mentioned, they have been playing extremely well on defense, and they came up with a big-time play there early.
And that was a no read. That was just that's where I'm going. And he turned and threw, and it was well covered by Moore. Smyrna with the ball, 1st down from their own 13-yard line. The quarterback is Austin Morris, the junior. He is in the shotgun with a man in motion. They'll toss it to him. That'll be a pass across the 10-yard line. and to the 15 to the 16-yard line, and that's Tyreek McCarver. Technically, that is a pass. It's basically that touch as the receiver runs in front of the quarterback. It's the easiest completion you can have, and he gained about 3 yards.
Yeah, basically it's just that inside sweeper. He comes in front of the quarterback, and he just tosses it to him. Good job by Stewart's Creek that time, moving laterally to the near boundary, pushing him wide.
McCarver's 21st reception of the season. 3 wide on 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Morris, 696 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions on the season. Smyrna likes to run the football. He did the fake. There was nobody there to fake to, so he just took it and ran and got up close to the 20-yard line. Morris turned to fake to a running back, and there was nobody home, so he just tucked it and took off and got about 3 yards on the play.
You know, when you play baseball as a little kid and you have ghosties on the bases, he was trying to hand off to a ghostie because there wasn't anybody there.
That's got to be an awful feeling. But he didn't waste any time, turned and got 3 yards on the play. 3rd down and 4 for the Bulldogs from their own 19-yard line. 8:30 to go, first quarter, scoreless. Stewart's Creek and Smyrna. In the gun, Morris. Looking, comes near side pass caught by McCarver, and what a wonderful open field tackle for a loss back to the 13-yard line. Nigel Maynard, the senior safety, came up, had that read beautifully, and dropped him for a loss.
Matt Williams mentioned during the pregame show how physical and speedy this defense for Stewart's Creek is. Their open field tackling so far, Joe, has been outstanding.
Maynard back to receive the punt. Maynard has a 95-yard punt return for a touchdown this season. He is standing at midfield. Nor, this punt is going to be a bounder, and it's going to bound inside the 45, and they're going to let it roll inside the 40 to the 38-yard line, and that's where Stewart's Creek will start 1st and 10.
Punter that time actually did a good job. He fumbled the snap, was able to keep possession of it, and then rugby style rolled to the right side, was able to get the ball away. Sometimes, especially with these artificial turf fields, just get the ball downfield, and if they misplay it on the receiving end, you can pick up another 10 or 15 yards. That's what happened there.
That was Oliver Martinez who did it, and that's that Australian kind of rugby-style punt that we've become accustomed to now. We've seen a lot of that. 1st down for Stewart's Creek. They'll start at their own 38-yard line. We are scoreless, 7:42 to go in the opening quarter from Smyrna. In the shotgun. Handoff, Odie bounces it outside to the right, rides it across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. I'll tell you what, Odie is a versatile player, and they will get the ball in his hands, not only rushing but throwing the ball as well. He's a big body. He can do a lot of things.
Well, between Jordan and him, they have 2 very versatile players on that offense. That time he was able to bounce it off to the right side, pick up a little yardage because Smyrna went hot right in the middle into the teeth of the offensive line.
5-yard gain for Odie. 2nd down and 5. Odie will go in motion. They'll hand him the football on a jet sweep running left. He's got midfield, a nice open field tackle, but he'll have the 1st down after a gain of 7 right at midfield.
It's weird to say it's a good defensive play when you give up a 1st down, but what we already saw there is if he hits the corner, if he gets to the boundary, you're going to have to chase after him because he has really good speed, and that was a good open field tackle.
And I've seen the first drone of the night. It's right above the field, right over here at the 20-yard line.
And one over there. There's 2.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, my goodness. Little jet sweep is intercepted. It's intercepted by Smyrna. They're going to go to the 20, to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Carson Matthews, number 21, on a little screen, batted it into the air, brought it in full stride, and took it to the house. 50 yards for the score.
Matthews made the play. That's what happened. They had the running back set up on the screen to just lollipop the throw over to him. Couldn't make the pass. He deflected it, grabbed it, and once he did, he was gone. Another big defensive play for the Smyrna Bulldogs. This time it turns into points.
Well, we said coming into this game, turnovers might be the key, and there you go. The turnover and the pick 6. And now the Bulldogs to attempt the extra point. Here is Labar Noor, and his kick is up, and his kick is no good. Missed it wide left. We'll see if that's significant. 6:29 to go first quarter. Smyrna 6, Stewart's Creek nothing on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Carson Matthews with a 50-yard interception, the pick six for the score for Smyrna. Extra point was no good, so the Bulldogs lead by a score of 6-0. Jonathan Schaefer, you mentioned during the break, one thing is very clear early on. Both these teams have done a really good job of scouting each other.
It feels like the defensive player is there before the offensive player is even set up. That situation, again, Stewart's Creek had the receiver open for the screen, but the defender was right there. It was just the one option. You go straight to that running back. Well, the pass got deflected and got turned into a pick six.
So for Stewart's Creek, back deep to receive, Jerry Taylor along with Kenny Jordan. And the kick will be fielded on a scoop at the 15-yard line to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40-yard line, 44-yard line. That is Taylor with a carry all the way to the 44-yard line. His helmet came off. He almost fielded it, Jonathan, with a knee on the ground, but he didn't field it cleanly. It worked out to be a good thing for him.
Yeah, that's the tactic that we've seen, especially in the past couple of years at the high school level, just those line drive kicks or just those rolling kicks to try to get the receiver to force them to play it. He was able to field it without having his knee down with a good return out to the 44 as the tackle was made by Cyrus Satterwhite on the play.
So let's see how Stewart's Creek responds here. They had the ball after a turnover on the opening kickoff at the Smyrna 20-yard line and could not score. Now they have the ball at their own 44-yard line. On first down, handoff to Odie, running left. 45-50, hit hard at midfield. Boy, what a nice open field tackle on a big hit. I believe that was number 5. That was Satterwhite again with a strong hit. It's a gain of 6, but boy, what a nice open field tackle.
Open field tackle. He's coming from the safety position. He's coming from center field to go ahead and make that tackle. I've been impressed so far, Joe, by both teams doing a very good job of tackling.
So Odie, 4 carries, 24 yards to this point for the Redhawks. Second down and 4 for Stewart's Creek. This is a direct handoff to Odie. He'll bounce it outside. He'll get the 45, hit hard at the 41. That'll be a first down, a gain of about 9 yards again. Good job by the offensive line. Gave him a seam to read, and he saw that right side and found it.
And that was the first time Odie really had a chance to start running downhill. He evaded that first contact at the line and then had 2 or 3 Smyrna Bulldogs basically holding on to him, trying to bring him down. Got the first down.
So if you're Stewart's Creek, don't you stick with this? Odie's getting success in the ground game. In the shotgun formation, Odie stands to the left shoulder of the quarterback, Jones. They'll fake it, and they'll hand it to Jordan. Jordan tries to bounce it to the left. He'll turn up to the 40. He'll get the 36-yard line, a gain of 5 on the play. Smyrna stretched that out, made him make a little more circuitous route around to the left, but he still got 5 yards on the play.
Basically a flanker reverse on that play where he comes from the slot in the right, has to go the whole way back to get the ball and then go up. I don't mind the call because it's a different style of run that they're going to have to pay attention to, and they were able to really get 4 or 5 yards out of it and stay ahead of the chains.
You know, Jordan's averaging 9 yards per carry, so they kept him under that. That was a gain of 5. Second down and 5 from the Smyrna 36. Bulldogs leading 6-0, 4.5 to go in this opening quarter. In the shotgun, Jones. Man in motion is Odie. They will hand it to Odie, and he is drilled in the backfield for a loss. Back to the 37-yard line. And that was number 17, Xavier Watkins, the defensive end, that read that beautifully. They handed off the ball, and Watkins was standing there waiting for him.
I wonder if it was an option play there because Jones kind of gave it to him at the very last second. He ran about a yard or two with Odie in terms of handing the ball off. It almost got messy, and they did lose yardage on the play for 3rd and long.
Drop it back to the 39-yard line, so now 3rd and 8. 3:50 to go in this opening quarter.
I really think Jones thought about keeping the ball instead of handing it to Odie.
Probably would have been a good idea. 3rd and 8. Jordan in motion right to left. Jones to throw. Blitz coming, drilled. Oh, he's drilled back at the 45-yard line. Oh, coming totally clean on the blitz. That was Tucker Moore, who came untouched from the left side. My goodness.
That's the biggest hit we've seen all year. Because
I'm amazed he didn't fumble.
Incredible that he didn't fumble, because that time, just right off the edge, there was no one there to block him. That's a situation where your DC made the better call than the other team's OC. And now Stewart's Creek back to punt.
Robinson back to receive the punt, standing inside the 10-yard line. Boy, you talk about a clean blitz. Rush is coming. This is a high end-over-end punt. Will bounce. It will take a Smyrna bounce, and it'll actually be down close to the 30-yard line. So a punt of only technically about 16 yards on the play.
Yeah, watching the Smyrna defense tonight, again, the fact that they held East Nashville to just 14 points, I knew they'd be good. Well, we've seen it so far here where they've been able to get a stop in the red zone, a pick six, and then a big sack right there to force a punt. That's the type of defense that can win you a region and take you a couple rounds deep in the playoffs.
It's a big game for both these teams in the region. First down, 3-man defensive front for Stewart's Creek. From the 30-yard line for the Bulldogs. Morris at quarterback in the shotgun. 3 receivers split right, 1 left. Morris to throw. Comes near side pass caught, 35, 37-yard line out of bounds on the quick pass and catch. And that was Brandon Bensuda, the senior, with his 4th reception of the season for a gain of 8 yards.
Only 3 down linemen that time for Stewart's Creek. And Joe, again, we saw it with Stewart's Creek. We saw it there with Smyrna. It's just, that's the guy. Throw it straight at him. They were able to complete it, get a good gain on first down.
2nd down. Handoff on a delay and nowhere to go. Boy, that was a penalty flag is thrown in at the end of that. So that's either going to be a face mask or a hold, I would assume, on the offense.
And that was thrown right at the middle of the line by the head official.
And it is a face mask, and it's on Stewart's Creek. They had the play stopped for no gain, Jonathan, but that face mask is going to give Smyrna a first down.
Yeah, costly penalties that time. That's a mistake that they made on their own. Smyrna's forced them to make a couple of mistakes here in what's been a very competitive first quarter with just 2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes exactly, as a matter of fact, on the clock. It walks it into Stewart's Creek territory at the 49-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers in a triangle formation over to the right side, 1 split wide left. Jones is the tailback, standing just to the right of the quarterback, Morris. Morris takes the snap, gives to Jones, bounces it left, 45, 40, lowers the shoulder, 38-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Smyrna. Boy, he got the left side, Jonathan. There was nobody there.
Well, and Stewart's Creek is really protecting against that run. 3 down linemen again, and you had 5 that were an umbrella right behind them. They were able to pop it outside and get the first down.
Ari Hills, the cornerback, made the tackle. First down for Smyrna from the Stewart's Creek 37-yard line. Approaching 90 seconds left to play in the opening quarter here in Smyrna. Morris looking to the sideline. Couple of receivers split to each side. Morris rolling right, going to turn up field, go nowhere. In fact, he's going to lose yardage back to the 40-yard line. That play was blown up from the beginning.
Well played by Stewart's Creek. I had a feeling it might be a passing attempt just the way that they had lined up, because you had tight formation that time. Every one of Stewart's Creek, all 11, were within 10 yards of that line of scrimmage, so I thought Smyrna might go over the top. Didn't have a chance because that time the defense was in the backfield very quickly.
Bryson Hayes, the junior, 5'9", 220 in the middle of that line, made that tackle for a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13. Pistol formation. Now they're shift to a shotgun. Man in motion right to left. That is Robinson. Now he sets in the slot. They're going to give on a little end around to the 40, 35. He's got room. 20, 15, 10, 5, and hammered out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. On the carry, that's McCarver. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Well designed, well executed play.
Penalty flag down.
Well, I thought there might be a flag at the end of the play because there was a little bit of a jawing going on between the Stewart's Creek and Smyrna players.
Well, the flag is back at the 33-yard line, so this is very likely going to come back. It is a personal foul. Well, wait a minute. It's against Stewart's Creek.
That would be tacked on half the distance at the end of the run.
So they all walked back to the 33-yard line, and then they said, oh, we got to go back to the 3-yard line. That's where the ball is.
Yeah, really good job that time with Smyrna with the misdirection, bringing it to the near side of the field. And now they are goal to go with a chance to take a 2-possession lead.
Let's see if they tack that on, Jonathan. It was at the 3-yard line. They do. They'll walk it to the 1.5. First and goal for the Bulldogs from the 1.5-yard line. 33 seconds left in this first quarter. They'll run a smokestack eye behind Morris. Boy, you don't see this very much. 3 backs behind him. The tailback is Jones. And he'll get the football, and he'll try the right side and go absolutely nowhere. He is swallowed up on a big play. Jonathan Waller was the one that finished it. The defensive line stoned it, and then Waller closed him down.
Give Stewart's Creek the credit. The blockers went exactly in the formation they were supposed to do. Basically just that halfback lead right. He had the 2 blockers in front of him, but Stewart's Creek held him up.
Same formation. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Let's see if they get a snap away before the end of the quarter. I don't think they will. I think they're going to let the clock run out. So they'll have to walk 95 yards down to the other side. 1 quarter in the books. We thought it would be this kind of game, and it is. Smyrna 6, Stewart's Creek nothing on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel downtown is at the heart of Music City. Located within walking distance of the Country Music Hall of Fame, Bar Lines at the Omni is your downtown honky-tonk destination. Watch your team from any seat on their plentiful HD TVs and catch a live show on the Bar Lines stage featuring live music 7 days a week. Bar Lines has the ultimate Southern comfort food. Get started with classic fried green tomatoes or bourbon barbecue wings. Then it's on to the massive Smashville double stack or the world famous Bar Lines grinder. Oh, you've never heard of the Bar Lines grinder? 2 kinds of cheese, lettuce, Dijon, smoked turkey, smoked bacon, smoked ham. Now that's some smoke you want. Local brews and local spirits are on tap at Bar Lines. Take a seat on the patio outside and soak up the rhythm of Music City. Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
We thought this would be a ground-oriented game. It has been through 1 quarter. Smyrna leading 6-0. Bulldogs 54 yards on the ground, 6 yards through the air. Stewart's Creek 36 yards on the ground, nothing through the air so far. Smyrna inside the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal from the 4. In the smokestack again. This time the pass to the end zone. Wide open, touchdown Smyrna. Touchdown Bulldogs, the reception. Jonathan Messer, the senior, his first touchdown catch of the year. They ran that smokestack eye again, faked it. Messer broke right wide open.
Beautiful job that time by Smyrna. Twice they've been able to get big plays by using deception, either with a fake handoff or a misdirection. That time he was wide open in the end zone. All they had to do was just get it to him.
So 12-0 with the extra point to come. Nor on to attempt it. They missed the first one wide left. And this one is up, and this one is good. So it took a little less than a minute in the second quarter, and the clock is still running and should not be, by the way. Clock continues to run. Somebody will catch that, I'm sure. 13-0 Smyrna on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Smyrna with a pick 6 for a touchdown. Then they score a touchdown here on a nice pass into the end zone. The extra point made it 13-0. We're in a little bit of an officials timeout because, as we mentioned going to the break, Jonathan, the scoreboard clock continued to run, and I think they need to put really almost 30 seconds back on the clock. It says 10:46. I think it needs to be 11:16, something like that. We'll see.
That's when we both noticed it was 11:16, so let's see if they put that time back on.
Well, they went to 11:02, which makes absolutely no sense, but okay.
That may have been the first time somebody noticed it.
That may be. We noticed it 15 seconds earlier than that, but that's okay. So the Bulldogs taking advantage of a turnover and score, then a nice drive, and the touchdown on that pass to make it 13-0, and now kicking the ball away. And this is a high kick that's going to go out of bounds. They didn't want anything to do with the return man for Stewart's Creek. That ball went out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Well, the way the Smyrna defense is playing right now, you're not going to worry about a little bit of yardage. Because actually Stewart's Creek, especially when they were able to recover the fumble on the opening kickoff of the game and were inside their own 20, this Smyrna defense has been outstanding so far, despite Stewart Creek having pretty good field position on all of their drives so far.
Yeah, but the problem with that is, Jonathan, where it went out of bounds, it went out at like the 36-yard line, so you tack on to that. Stewart's Creek will have outstanding field position. If you're going to kick it out of bounds, kick it out inside the 20, but let's see where they're going to mark it.
I don't think he meant to kick it out of bounds,
No,
obviously.
it's not that close, no. But clearly, Stewart's Creek has return men. Jeremy Smith with a touchdown return for a touchdown last week against West Creek, and then Nigel Maynard a punt return for a touchdown earlier this season, so they have dangerous weapons. The ball is, they tacked on 5 yards, so at the 41-yard line, where Stewart's Creek will start first down. Trailing 13-0, 11:02 to go in this first half. So the quarterback, Jacob Jones, yet to complete a pass so far tonight. 36 yards for Stewart's Creek, all on the ground. No yards passing. First down from their own 41. In motion, handoff to Jordan. Hesitates, running right. Now going to cut back, bring it back to the left, turn up field, get to the 41. That's about it. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Outstanding pursuit by the Smyrna defense. Hedgepath was there, the senior linebacker, to lead that. They didn't give up anything going right.
Stewart's Creek needs to find a way to get this game a little more vertical because they've been going to the sides with Dote and also Jordan that time. They've had a little bit of success, but if they just keep trying to go to the right or the left, they got to find a way to have a little bit of a vertical threat.
We'll give him a yard. So second down and 9. Ball at the Stewart's Creek 42-yard line. Smyrna leading 13-0. And a whistle and a penalty flag down. That's likely a procedure penalty against Stewart's Creek.
And you just want to be careful if you're Stewart's Creek right now because you have Smyrna senior night, a ton of momentum. Big win last week, up 13-0. You don't want to let this game get away from you in the first half and be down by more than the 2 possessions they're already down.
So that penalty walks it back to the 37-yard line. It'll make it second down and 14. That is penalty number 3 on Stewart's Creek tonight for a total of 25 yards. Clock running, 10 minutes to go first half. Smyrna leading 13-0. Handoff, Odie bounces it right, turns up to the 40-yard line, strings it out to the 42, and he's dragged out of bounds there. Or Smyrna doing a good job, Jonathan, of just stringing that out, not giving up that lane, cutting up field.
Again, their lateral movement has been outstanding, but again, they're having to try to bounce that back out to the outside. They're having no long-term success with that against Smyrna.
It doesn't look like Smyrna has a lot of fear for the pass right now. They're just loaded up in the box trying to protect against the run.
I'd say right now they have no fear of the pass.
And an official's whistle.
We might have another clock
yeah, we got
issue.
A clock issue again. Yeah, it's jumped to 9:23.
No,
it was at 9:36
going right now.
A second ago, and it's still running. It appears that our clock has a mind of its own. There is usually an official up in the booth who will monitor that. I think he's saying 9:40. Is that what I saw? 9:40? But if the clock will not stop, it won't matter, and it's still running.
They might have a situation. They might have to keep the clock down on the field.
But where it gets complicated is if you're looking at the clock and it's running and they're keeping it on the field, that's a little bit different. So I think I saw the referee say 9:40. So both teams are going to go to their respective sideline, basically get a free timeout right here while they try to figure that out. Why don't we do the same? 13-0 Smyrna on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
It's an NFL doubleheader on Sports USA. And first, the Indianapolis Colts with Moss, Pittman, and Pierce race to Jacksonville and face Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and the Jaguars. Then it's off to Vegas as Ramondre, Zeke, and the New England Patriots come to Sin City to see if they can outrun the Raiders and Josh Jacobs.
Gets the snap, gives it to Josh Jacobs, and he is in.
It's the Colts and the Jaguars, then the Pats at the Raiders. This Sunday on Sports USA.
NFL coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. exclusively on WNSR.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Welcome back to Smyrna, Tennessee. Joe Fisher along with Jonathan Schaefer, Adam Johnson, and everybody here as we have a 13-0 Smyrna lead. They have reset the clock to 9:40, which is what I thought I saw the officials say. Now the question is if the clock will cooperate. They keep trying to stop it, and it just keeps running on its own. And for Stewart's Creek, that's not a good thing because they've not been able to do much of anything offensively. 43 yards on the ground, nothing through the air, 25 yards in penalties. Odie's their only offense, 7 carries, 37 yards. And the quarterback, Jones, 0 for 3, 1 interception. That was a pick six. Facing a 3rd and 9 here, Stewart's Creek, from their own 42-yard line. Odie in motion right to left. Rush is coming. Pass is dumped. It's a screen. 40, 45, shy of the first down. Stopped at midfield. The catch was made by Caleb Floyd, the junior, but it brings up a 4th down and 1, an early decision now for Stewart's Creek.
That's a good thing it was a screen because if it wasn't, Jones was about to get killed off the edge. Smyrna is calling their blitzes at the exact right time. Stewart's Creek's got to look at their protection plans and see when they're going with these screens or when they're going with their pass plays, what they can do to stop that speed coming off the edge.
Down 13-0. Stewart's Creek going for it, 4th and 1. Ball at midfield in the shotgun. Odie comes back into the backfield. So there are running backs to the left shoulder and right shoulder of the quarterback, Jones. Odie has been the main offensive weapon so far. Now dropping back into that short punt formation is Jones, and he will kick it. He kicked it into the line, and it bounces down at the 46-yard line. Jones never got it more than 3 feet off the ground, kicked it right into the line, and it died after a very short roll.
He had the right idea. The problem was that he caught the tail end of the football, so that just went right into the line. So their plan of trying to get some field position on the kick from the quarterback did not work out at all. So with Smyrna at the 46 and up by 2 possessions.
Okay, so you're Smyrna. You get this quick turnaround. You're in good field position. Do you go for the home run right now?
I say why not?
I'd give it a shot. 13-0 lead. Ball at their own 46-yard line. Morris in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Morris gives, dropped immediately. Oh, tremendous tackle for loss. In the backfield for Stewart's Creek. Wow, that was Jonathan Waller, the junior, his 2nd tackle for loss in this first half.
He almost got the handoff.
Yep.
That's how quickly he got into the backfield. You mentioned about maybe going for a long ball. Anything would have been better than what that result ended up being.
Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 14. 3 receivers left, 1 right. That's one where the running back was saying, don't give it to me, don't give it to me. Little offset pistol formation. Handoff, tailback, tries the middle, nothing. I mean nothing. Stewart's Creek has that totally smothered for no gain on the play. Outstanding penetration defensively. That's Bryson Hayes again in the middle of that defensive line. Brings up 3rd and 14.
You've had some success with the passing game. I'm a little surprised that they've gotten this conservative in the first 2 play calls of this series because now it's 3rd and long.
3rd and almost 15. Ball back near the 41-yard line of the Bulldogs. 7:30 to go in this first half. On 3rd down to throw, they set up a middle screen. They try the 45, turning and drag down at about the 46-yard line. On the catch, That was Thomas Jones, and he was collared there. A very short gain on the play is going to bring up 4th down.
The only problem with that is Jones went away from the block.
Yep.
The block was set up to the left, but he saw a couple of guys in the middle of the field, so he tried to take it right. Gave Stewart's Creek enough time to pursue him, make the play. Great defensive job that time by Stewart's Creek on that drive to force a 3-and-out.
So Taylor and Odie back deep, or excuse me, Taylor and Maynard back deep to receive the punt. Standing back near their 25-yard line. Little rugby punt. This is a good one. High, end over end, is going to bounce straight up into the air and be down at the 30-yard line. And that's where they will start first down from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit of a breeze tonight. That kick went up in the air, and then it kind of went straight down. It didn't have too much arc to it. Stewart's Creek, can you play that complementary football now? You got the 3-and-out. They have to find some kind of momentum here on offense. They've already been inside the red zone, but turned over the ball on downs. They've turned the ball over on an interception. They just need to string together some first downs.
Well, you look, Jones, 1 for 4 passing with an interception. That was a pick 6. 8 yards total passing. 43 yards on the ground. Almost all of that by Javarian Odie. Man in motion is Jordan, left to right. On first down, pass, looking for Jordan, and almost intercepted and should have been. He literally threw it right into the hands of Kylan Andrews, the senior cornerback, who will never have an easier opportunity for an interception than that one, and he could not bring it in.
I know there was a little pressure, but Jordan was wide open in the middle of the field. He came across the formation, was open in his route to the far hash. There was no one within 5 yards of him. Unfortunately, the ball got airmailed over his head.
Again, it looks like a one-read play. I mean, just going, that's the play. That's where they're going to go. Hand off to Odie, nothing. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. Good defense in the middle there for Smyrna. That was led by Shane Hedgepath, the senior linebacker. And that brings up 3rd down.
We've seen some games this year where teams can play single wing and run the ball 40 times and pass only 6. Stewart's Creek's not going to win tonight if they don't at least have some kind of passing threat.
Call it 3rd and 9, ball at the 31-yard line. We're inside 6 minutes to go in the first half. Smyrna leading 13-0. Stewart's Creek facing 3rd and 9 for the Redhawks from their own 31. In the gun is Jones. Looks right, has time, steps up, throws to the far side, pass caught by Odie, 35-40, first down, still on his feet, He's going to go. Oh, he's dancing, and the ball is still in his hands, and I believe he stepped out of bounds. Near midfield. I thought he was going to style his way all the way to the end zone, but he realized that he actually stepped out of bounds back near midfield.
Oh, the Stewart's Creek fans hate that. They hate that call on the far sideline. I didn't see whether he did or not, to be fair, but really nice play by Ote. That was one of the few times that Smyrna didn't do a good job of tackling. Well, we find out why, because the whistle had blown to have the play end on the far sideline.
Boy, I thought he was gone, and then he stopped running. I couldn't figure out why, and then we look back. They mark him out at the 42-yard line. It is a first down. They'll hand it off to Odie running to the left, and he is going to be swarmed under for a loss. Back to the 38. Great penetration by the entire Smyrna defense, led by Carson Matthews once again, who was back there for a loss of 4.
He's having a very
good
game. Yes, he is. Carson Matthews is, and those linebackers, I think we've said it every single game we've called this year, because so many of these teams are just running 3-men front with a ton of linebackers and defensive backs that are very athletic and able to pursue the ball carrier. Smyrna is doing an outstanding job of it tonight.
Smyrna with a 4-man defensive front right now, but they vary. They'll go back and forth between 3 and 4 down. 2nd and 14 from the shotgun. Jones easing to his right, looks to the sideline, pass caught and hammered immediately after the catch at the 45-yard line. Reception is made by Morgan Vanderbilt, the senior, but boy, he was hit the moment he caught the football after the gain to the 45-yard line.
Smyrna's got no problem giving that up. Yep. They don't mind giving up a little bit of yardage like that, because the way that they are tackling the ball carrier, they're going to stop them short. 3rd and long coming up.
3rd and 7 now for the Redhawks. 4:10 to go first half. Smyrna leading 13-0. Ball needs to get into Smyrna territory to the 48 for a first down. Man in motion, that's Odie running right to left. Jones to throw. Fires long into double coverage. Pass is caught. Oh, it's caught at the 25-yard line. That is Kenny Jordan. A tremendous catch in the middle of two Smyrna defenders. First down, Red Hawks.
What a throw, too. That was a play he was going to have to throw Jordan open. He did. Jordan was able to get the ball between the two defenders. A huge, perhaps game-changing play for the Red Hawks.
30 yards on the reception. And for Jordan, that is his 20th catch. He's over 400 yards receiving on the season. But when he threw it, I saw two defenders and said, oh, that's trouble. And Jordan went up and got it. First down, Red Hawks from the Smyrna 25. Odie in motion. They'll hand him the football running left to right. Odie turns upfield, gets a block to the 20, and he'll gain 5 yards on first down.
But that's what that pass play does now. It opens things up. It opens up their playbook. It makes Smyrna have to guess a little bit more. They can't settle out on the run every single time now. Again, that could be a huge play to open things up for Stewart's Creek.
Odie, 10 carries, 40 yards on the night. We're inside 3 minutes to go in this first half. Stewart's Creek trying to get on the scoreboard, get this to a one-score game. Clock running, 2:50 left in the half. Second down, let's call it 4 from just inside the 20. Odie over the left side, nothing, maybe a yard, and that's about all. Boy, really good defense once again by the middle of that Smyrna defensive line. Jerry Martin, the sophomore defensive tackle, made the stop. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Stewart's Creek's already shown, as they did in the first drive of theirs of the game, they're not looking to kick the football. They're in 4-down territory.
Ball is at the 19-yard line of the Bulldogs. They need the 15 for a first down. Stewart's Creek 1 for 3 on third down so far tonight. 2:10 left in the half. Clock running. Jordan sends into the backfield, takes the handoff. Jordan finds room. 20, 15, 10, 5, 6-yard line, first down.
That was all Jordan.
Yes, it was.
But there was nothing. There was nothing there. He was able to hop over a couple of players on the ground. Jordan made all of that play.
That looked like a mistake, and Jordan found a way to make it a first down and goal. He is their top rusher. He is their top receiver, and you see why. 1:37 to go. Clock continues to run. Stewart's Creek first and goal from the 7. Jordan in motion. They'll hand him the ball running right. Jordan is going to be tackled at the 5-yard line. Again, they try to run this horizontal play and try to stretch the field, and Smyrna has been up to the task.
Yeah, he was lined up the furthest on the left side, which wasn't much because it was a tight formation. Put him in motion again. He had an alley for a split second, but Smyrna, as they've done for most of the night, able to close it up and able to make the play.
Both teams have 3 timeouts. They all have all of their timeouts remaining. Clock runs, 60 seconds left in the half. 13-0 Smyrna. Stewart's Creek knocking on the door. Second and goal from the 5. Jones in the gun. High snap. Hands off Odie. Nothing. He is dragged down right at the line of scrimmage. That was Aiden Augustine, the junior linebacker, who made the stop. Brings up third down, and now a decision for Stewart's Creek. Clock continues to run. And no real urgency right now. And I'm a little surprised by this. 30 seconds left. Well, clock continues to run.
They might have to call a timeout. It's taking forever to get the play in.
23 seconds left. Man in motion. They'll hand it off on the jet sweep. That is Jordan tackled at the 2. Brings up fourth down. Now you've got to take a timeout. Clock is running. Inside 8, 6, 5, 4. There's the timeout. So they run it all the way down to Stewart's Creek.
Well, the clock ran down to 1, but it should be 4 seconds on the clock.
It should be 3 or 4 at least, but they ran it down, Jonathan, where this will be the last play, barring a penalty, of the first half either way.
I'm just a little surprised with goal to go that they didn't try what they could have done earlier, which is just run the misdirection, run the fake handoff, go into the other direction. If the quarterback holds the football that time, there's no one around him at all.
Yeah.
He could have walked into the end zone on the right side, so that's something they want to be aware of in that situation again. But Stewart's Creek, again, they're just struggling moving the football with their running game, and that was their strength coming into tonight. They just had the big pass play to Jordan to get them down there, And boy, Joe, if they are inside the red zone twice in the first half and come away with no points, that would be devastating.
Ball inside the 2, basically the 1.5-yard line. 4th down, 1 second on the game clock. And they have not reset it, so I assume that's what it's going to be. So it'll be interesting to see what Stewart's Creek decides to do. Odie has been their main weapon offensively, 12 carries, 42 yards. Jordan, 6 carries, 25 yards. And you would think, Jonathan, and I don't know, straight ahead is a lot better than lateral in this situation. They had more success just going right at it. And I believe Smyrna is going to take a timeout now. Now that they've seen the offense break out, they're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, it was basically just a goal line formation where you had the running back on each side of the quarterback that time, so we'll see if they adjust the call. I just want to find a way to get the ball in Jordan's hands. That's your playmaker, 15 total touchdowns on the year.
So both teams will take another opportunity to talk about this with 1 second left in this first half.
Again, this is a huge play in a lot of ways. This can be your game because they're currently down 13-0. Smyrna gave up only 14 last week. Had shutouts the 2 weeks prior to that. Defensively, they have been outstanding. And this is a team right now, Joe, I think you'll agree with me. They're definitely on the ascendancy right now. They're playing their best football on the right time of the season.
Yep, shut out Laverne, shut out McGavick. Then beat East Nashville 17-14, so they won 3 in a row coming into this game.
That's a lot of Metro football.
Yes, it is.
Let's not forget, that's an East Nashville team that went to the state finals last year. And they had to replace a lot of players, but we saw them against Maplewood. They've got athletes. They're fast.
So let's see what Stewart's Creek has in mind. 4th down. Inside the 2. They've changed to put Jerry Taylor in at quarterback. Taylor is a sophomore. They hand off. Tailback Jordan tries to the goal line. Did he get in? Let's see. Yes, he did. Touchdown, Stewart's Creek. Jordan fought his way into the end zone. The Red Hawks changed quarterbacks, came with a sophomore who was probably more of a running threat, but they handed it on the read option to Jordan, and he put it in the end zone.
For a moment, I thought that quarterback had the football. I thought he was going to run with it. All credit to Jordan on the left side of that line. They just found a way to will themselves into the end zone.
That is Jordan's 11th rushing touchdown of the season. What a big boost for the Red Hawks heading into the locker room here at halftime. Habib on to attempt the extra point. Time has expired on the game clock. Good snap. Habib's kick is up, hits the upright, no good. So both teams have missed an extra point. As we go to the locker room, Smyrna leads Stewart's Creek 13-6. And I don't know about you, Jonathan, this is exactly the kind of game I thought this was going to be.
We knew it would be physical. We know it would be very good defense. That's been the case. Stewart's Creek finally able to get Jordan unleashed there a little bit to end the first half. And not only that, being able to get the football to start the second half as well. So Stewart's Creek's got a chance to get back onto the board to start the second half.
Smyrna head coach Matt Williams joining us here. Kind of an interesting first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, thank goodness for some turnovers and good play on defense. We got to get going on offense. We struggled up front.
Well, you mentioned your defensive output tonight. You've been able to have some success with your linebackers and the blitz enforcing those turnovers. Once again, the defense playing well.
Yeah, I mean, I've been pleased for the most part. We gave up a drive there we shouldn't have, and we're doing some things we haven't been coached to do. We got to shore that up here when we go into halftime and clean that stuff up.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Coach joining us as we head to the break. 13-6, Smyrna leads Stewart's Creek, and a good one from Smyrna on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling. Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit jodyjonesdds.com or call 615-259-5100.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Halftime from Smyrna, Tennessee. Joe Fisher, Jonathan Schaefer with you. 13-6, the homestanding Bulldogs, their final home game of the season, leading Stewart's Creek. Stewart's Creek scores on the final play of the first half. Extra point hit the upright. It's 13-6 at the break. Smyrna 50 yards on the ground, 13 yards through the air. Stewart's Creek 66 yards on the ground, 58 through the air. But one of the big plays in this game so far, Jonathan, was the 30-yard pass on that last scoring drive that kept that drive alive for Stewart's Creek.
Mentioned that they had to show some kind of vertical threat, and that one play was able to open up things for them offensively. They've got two good players in Ote and Jordan. They're able to punch it into the end zone, score. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Joe, local rivalry, Mayor's Cup tonight. It has a little bit of a playoff feel here too tonight. You know, senior night. But again, this is very important in terms of the region.
Yes.
Region 5, 6A for both schools. If Smyrna can get a win, it puts them in a great position to potentially win the region. For Stewart's Creek, definitely helps them out when it comes to playoff positioning. This has a playoff feel this evening.
No doubt about it. Smyrna 2-0 in the region. Stewart's Creek is 1-1 in the region. Individually, Odie, 12 carries, 42 yards. Jordan, 7 carries, 27 yards, and a touchdown. Passing-wise, for Stewart's Creek, Jones, the quarterback, with 4 completions in 8 attempts, 1 interception that was a pick six, 58 yards passing for him. Individually, for Smyrna, you look not a lot stat-wise. Basically, Jones, kind of getting it done through the air as well for Smyrna, as it was actually Morris, the quarterback, trying to get it done, and they've found a way to get 13 points. One was the pick six, though.
Oh, that was huge. That pick six was absolutely huge, able to take it into the end zone. In terms of offense, right now, Stewart's Creek with the better offensive numbers, even though I think Smyrna's played very well defensively. Everything we thought it would be, we think it's going to continue to be that way in the second half.
Yep, Morris, 5 completions, only 13 yards, but a touchdown on that short pass that he had down here in the end zone to our right. So at the half, it's Smyrna 13 and Stewart's Creek 6. We'll send it to the studio. Q, and we'll update you on everything in high school football going on in the Mid-State right after this on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
When you want down-home cooking, just head downtown. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel serves traditional Southern cooking, sourced fresh and local, just like Grandma used to make. Start your day with a Southern smoked breakfast bowl or a Music City omelet. If you're looking for variety, hit the biggest breakfast buffet in Music City or get your fill at the world-famous Biscuit Bar. Kitchen Notes dishes up lunch with traditional Southern tomato pie, country ham, and classic picnic ambrosia. Serving breakfast Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 10:30 and lunch is served 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Kitchen Notes doesn't forget the brunch crowd. Brunch at Kitchen Notes is every Friday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. featuring cast iron pancakes, made to order waffles and eggs, and ice cold carafes of mimosas. Enjoy farm to table Southern dishes made from treasured family recipes. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
It's an NFL doubleheader on Sports USA. And first, the Indianapolis Colts with Moss, Pittman, and Pierce race to Jacksonville and face Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and the Jaguars. Then it's off to Vegas as Ramondre, Zeke, and the New England Patriots come to Sim City to see if they can outrun the Raiders and Josh Jacobs.
Gets the snap, gives it to Josh Jacobs, and he is in.
It's the Colts and the Jaguars, then the Pats at the Raiders. This Sunday on Sports USA.
NFL coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. exclusively on WNSR.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling. The MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week will continue shortly. Now, here's your scoreboard update from the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studio.
It is halftime here, WNSR MidState Checkdown Game of the Week, and the Mayor's Cup is on the line. These two high schools, Q Joseph, Stewart's Creek, Smyrna, not even separated by 10 miles.
Wow.
Yes, so it's been a huge rivalry in the last 5 years between these two programs. We are broadcasting to you live from the Strike and Spare studios. You can give us a call, 615-844-5600. If you want to call in, give us a score on your team. Let us know what's going on out there in the lovely world of TSSAA football. This is week 9. A lot of teams, as we talk about, some know where they're going, some don't, and some hope to know where they're going. Yeah. When you look at tonight's game, Smyrna with the lead over Stewart's Creek, they were able to score on their final possession of the first half, 13-7, the score in that game. One thing that Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer, I've noticed, have stated throughout the game is we're getting what we expect.
Yeah.
And you're getting two teams very sound on defense. Smyrna, from what we can hear on the call, very sound sideline to sideline. It's really hard to run sideline to sideline. Gap control has been a big thing for them tonight.
Yeah.
And right now, hence, why they have the lead. I think the biggest thing is neither one of these teams, I think the total combined yards, well under 250.
Yeah. Yeah. And both teams, we joke about it off air, but both teams have been effective at the run. I think the run wins games.
And the run sets up the pass.
The run sets up the pass.
That it does.
And, when you have a team who is effective at the run and you know exactly what they're going to do and you can't stop it, hey, it's a win all day.
Yeah, pretty much. And we'll get into one team that kind of helps us make that point. But we know what our job is, and that's to give you scores around TSSAA high school football. Claiborne up 5 points over Unicoi County right now, 26-14. 21. That game in the third quarter. Tennessee High 27, Cocke County 16. Cloudland all over Cosby right now, 42-14 at halftime. Sevier County 24 and Daniel Boone 7. That game is in the fourth quarter. Maryville 24, Cleveland High 7. That game in the third. Scott down big to Alcoa. Alcoa with the win in that one, 49-0. Bradley Central 28-0 over Red Bank. Right now, Riverdale 20, Blackman 7. That game is in the second quarter. Rockville all over Pope John Paul Preparatory School. That score, Rockville 28. Pope John Paul Preparatory School yet to get on the board. Giles County 35, Community nothing. Community has yet to win a game this year. Laverne 7, Green Hills 7. That game is at halftime. Lebanon all over Mount Juliet right now. Lebanon in control. Early stages of the second quarter, 28-7. Clay County 13, Red Bowling Springs 7. Gallatin 17, Wilson Central 0 right now. Waverly and Hickman County. Waverly up 2 touchdowns at halftime, 14-0. Lawrence County 12, Shelbyville 7. That game is in the second stanza as well. Cookeville doing what we expect them to do, which is win. They're beating Lincoln County right now, 27-7. Laredo 14-0 over Eagleville. Moore County 28-7. That game also in the second quarter. White House 14, Upperman 14 as well. Those two teams tied. Camden Central 15, West Carroll 6. Huntington 30-0 at halftime over Gibson County. And those are two schools on the west side of Tennessee that are not separated by very many miles either. Peabody 7, Jackson Central Mary 6. Haven't gotten a score update from Jackson Northside or Jackson Southside. McEwen 14, Perry County 7. That game is at halftime as well. And you know what? This is a score that makes me feel really good. Pure Youth Academy is a school out of Memphis, Tennessee. If you get a chance, read their story. Really good program. Have sent a plethora of athletes to Division I schools. They have yet to get a win this season, and I preface all of that to say this. Pure Youth Academy, second quarter, 26. Crockett County, who was 5-2, 18. Hendersonville 23. Portland yet to get on the board. The Panthers down there in Sumner County really struggling this year at 1-6. Dyersburg 28. Scottshill has yet to score. Union City 7. Halls West 0. That game in the early stages. Lausanne 7. Mumford 0. A battle of two teams with only one loss. Lausanne 5-1 on the year. Mumford coming in at 7-1. Life Academy out of Virginia. They tend to come over the state border quite frequently to play teams in the state of Tennessee. They're down by 46 points to the Baylor School, 49-3. Lakeway Christian 25. Chattanooga Christian 21. That game is at halftime. Lipscomb Academy 2-5 on the year. 17. Knoxville Catholic 3. That game's at halftime. Knoxville Catholic 5-2 on the year. McCauley, a team that has yet to lose this season, coming in 7-0 and right now taking care of business versus a really good Father Ryan team. I mean, do not let their 3-4 record fool you. They've made a lot of improvements from last year to this year. They are up by 14, McCauley over Father Ryan. Middle Tennessee Christian 41, the Kings Academy 0. And a couple more scores to report. Republic playing Liberty Creek. Liberty Creek 50, Republic nothing. That game is at halftime. And Republic, as the second quarter started, I was told they asked to not have the clock running, but
really,
yes,
wow,
yes, the last 2 minutes ran the clock off without them running a play. That was a text that I received from the voice of Liberty Creek. That will be Chris Freeman down there in Sumner County, a new school in the Sumner County area. So those are some scores around TSSAA high school football. Our score, 13-6, Smyrna over Stewart's Creek. That game, obviously at halftime.
A lot closer than we're used to.
A lot closer than we used to. I know you and wow. You and I have made several jokes. We're getting tired of a lot of these one-sided affairs, but that's the beauty of high school football. You never know what you're going to get.
Any given Friday,
anything can happen. I will say this, Coffee County doing what they can versus Oakland out there. Oakland scored on their first possession. A long run down the sideline. And I've seen Coffee County gain some momentum, some positive plays throughout the game, but just Oakland is who they are. And as of right now, looks like this game is about halfway through the second quarter. Oakland with the lead, 21-0. A lot of hard-hitting football out there, Q Joseph.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We heard some of those hits.
Yeah, that we did. From the legendary voice, Joe Fisher, on the call during the game, and I love his style.
Yes,
he's very into the game. He doesn't make himself a part of the game. Yeah. And I think he is an excellent announcer here in the city. It's good to have a historic voice like him on the airwaves here at WNSR. And also, with Jonathan Schaefer out there as his analyst as well. That's a man I enjoy watching him, listening to him rather, analyze the game of football. I mean, he's a voice that's been around the city for years. So a lot of talent here at WNSR. And speaking of that talent, we'll take it back out to the guys. Our score at halftime here, Smyrna 13, Stewart's Creek 6. This is the WNSR MidState Checkdown Game of the Week, broadcasting live from the Strike and Spare Studios. Fans, call in. Give us your scores. 615-844-5600. Again, 615-844-5600. Taking it back to the guys on the other end. Thanks for listening.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
We all know that Nashville life can get hectic. In the middle of all the madness that is life, don't forget to take care of yourself. Treat yourself to Nashville's ultimate relaxation experience at Makara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel. With services for men and women, Makara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel is your one-stop shop for full body treatment. Begin your experience in the exquisite relaxation room, then enjoy a full body treatment or even a couples massage before finishing in the salon. Located on the 4th floor of the Omni Nashville Hotel, Makara Spa is Nashville's highest quality self-care oasis. To book your experience or gain information on packages, call Makara Spa today at 615-761-3600. Again, 615-761-3600. Or log on to theomnihotel.com. And with every booking, you'll have free valet parking and rooftop pool access to enjoy the Music City skyline. And through Labor Day, enjoy the 4th floor spa terrace for only $20. Makara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
That worked out great for him.
Let's go! It's the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Joe Fisher with play-by-play and Jonathan Schaefer with color analysis. Now to the field for your second half coverage. Here's Joe Fisher.
We get set for the second half from Smyrna, Tennessee. Joe Fisher, Jonathan Schaefer with you. Adam Johnson, our producer engineer, on site. 13-6, Smyrna with the lead. Pick six by Carson Matthews got the Bulldogs on the board. Missed the extra point. They now lead 13-6. Really big last moment for Stewart's Creek, Jonathan, to get into the end zone on fourth down on the final play of the first half to make this a one-score game.
We've seen that a lot where we've seen final plays or next to the final play of the first half turn into scoring plays in several of our games so far this season. Absolutely huge for Stewart's Creek. There was kind of a moment there when it was 13-0, Joe, that it kind of felt that it might be slipping away a little bit. Stewart's Creek held on. They were able to get the touchdown there at the end of the first half. They get the ball to start the second half. Again, this game has been exactly the way we thought it would be. It would be hard-nosed, physical. Turnovers would be forced, low scoring. All of that has followed the playbook, as we would say.
Not a lot of offense in this game, and the really big play, and we talked about it in the first half. It appeared Smyrna really did not fear the pass for Stewart's Creek, but they were able to convert one really big pass play, a 30-yard gain on that last drive.
And they were able to convert that on a ball that I originally thought was going to be an interception when it left the quarterback's hands, because the defenders were actually further down the field than the receiver was in that situation. Threw him open, dropped it right in the bucket. There was only one person that was going to catch that ball. Jordan caught it, a very versatile athlete. Enjoying watching him play here tonight. That opened up their offense some. Able to convert on a fourth down, this time in the red zone, unlike the first drive of the game where they were fourth and inside the red zone. So very tough game, everything you'd expect on a rivalry night and senior night here for Smyrna High School.
You know, you go back to the opening play, as a matter of fact, on the opening kickoff, and the kickoff, they tried a little bit of a lateral, a reverse, fumbled the ball away. Stewart's Creek got the ball at the 20-yard line but could not score, and you wondered at that point how much that was going to cost them. We'll see, trailing 13-6, but they had the ball at the 20, first down, and could not make anything happen.
First drive of the second half is going to be huge. Let's see if Stewart's Creek can keep up with that momentum. Let's see if maybe they come out and they try a pass early on. Both these teams like to run the football. We've noticed with Smyrna so far. We saw it in their raw statistics coming into the game. We've seen it tonight. Some struggles on offense. They know they need to establish the run. They've got as good of a defense as we've seen this year. Middle Tennessee Christian had a great game against Friendship Christian earlier this year.
Sure did.
That I thought was the best defensive performance. Smyrna's right up there here tonight. Again, they gave up 14 to East Nashville last week, who was in the state finals last year. Two Metro opponents before that shut both of them out. So they've only given up 6 here tonight. It may come down to final possession time here at Smyrna High School.
And we talked in the beginning, it may come down to turnovers. There was a huge turnover, obviously, with a pick six for Smyrna that got them on the board. We'll see if there's another one here in the second half that will make things different here. 13-6 Smyrna with a lead as we get set for the third quarter. And, you know, you come to Smyrna, and all those years I spent at Vanderbilt, and we talked, Sonny Gray was, you know, one of the top athletes to ever come out of this school.
No question.
And not only in baseball, but in football as well, on some pretty darn good football teams here.
Yeah, quarterback of back-to-back state champions. If I remember, it was either 06-07 or 07-08. And when you come into the parking lot here at Smyrna, they've got listed all of their state champions there, all those signs, and even a bowling national championship that I noticed there.
That's right.
And then Smyrna, a really good Metro program for a long, long time here. And they're perhaps playing their best football at the right time of the season against a new rival in Stewart's Creek.
Stewart's Creek will receive the kickoff here to start the third quarter. They will move right to left as you listen, wearing the white jerseys and pants, red numerals, dark helmets. And Smyrna, purple jerseys, gold numerals and pants and helmets. And this is a kick that's going to bounce off an up man, and I believe it's recovered by Smyrna. They fired it right off the man at the 50-yard line, and pouncing on that football was Kylan Andrews. It bounced off the up man at the 50. Andrews right there to pounce on it.
I think that was planned.
Yep.
The way Smyrna was able to respond to that ball ricocheting off the up man, who you feel bad for. He didn't do anything wrong. The ball just ricocheted right off him. That's the lucky bounce that you want to get when you've got the lead. And now another big special teams play. This time it benefits Smyrna, unlike the opening of the game.
What an opportunity now for the Bulldogs. So the opening kickoff of each half has been eventful. First down for Smyrna from the Stewart's Creek 46-yard line. In the gun, handoff. And actually Morris is going to keep on the read option and take it inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. Austin Morris with a carry and a gain of 3. We didn't see much of that in the first half.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I like that Morris kept the football that time because they just had not done that. So you may see them do that a little bit more on that read option.
3 receivers, triangle to the right side, 1 split left. The tailback is Jones. On 2nd down and 8 to throw. Morris with a pump fake being chased, going to get rid of that football. It's incomplete. Boy, Morris was being chased out there by Waller, who's had a big game for Stewart's Creek. He put the pressure on and really, quite frankly, lucky to get away with just an incompletion there.
Yeah, the way he threw that ball up, that could easily have been picked off, so he was fortunate. But Waller just bowled his way to the quarterback. The rest of it was pretty well blocked. But Waller with a nice play, forcing the pressure in the incompletion.
Smyrna 0 for 3 on 3rd down tonight, facing a 3rd and 8 from the Stewart's Creek 44. Morris on the crossing route, pass caught. Great open field tackle, no gain on the play. Boy, you talk about being right on the money. Marcel Gordon, the junior, was right there the minute the catch was made for maybe a gain of a yard, and that's all.
Both teams tonight, Joe, have been outstanding in the open field with their tackling. The first defender's getting up there, making the play. These ball handlers are not able to get a lot of yards after catch. I've been really impressed how both teams have excelled at that.
Martinez on to punt this ball away for Smyrna. Great defensive stand for Stewart's Creek after giving that ball away on the opening kickoff of the second half. So Martinez to punt. I believe it's Maynard that's back deep standing at about the 10-yard line. I'd be surprised if he got an opportunity to this one. This is going to bounce at the 20, bounce toward the sideline, and will roll out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. And that's where Smyrna will start first down. But
and give Stewart's Creek a lot of credit. When you have a play like they had where they didn't get the ball in the kickoff to start the second half, was it bounced off of one of their players. Forced a 3 and out. So very good job, plenty of poise, good discipline that time by Stewart's Creek. And now
that's where they'll get the football. That's right.
I feel like they've got a little bit of momentum by able to get that 3 and out. Although nice rugby-style punt that time by Smyrna. Did exactly what you wanted to do, bounce, and then ran out of bounds.
Jones 4 for 8 passing in the first half, 58 yards, had a pick 6. That was the first score for Smyrna. Handoff, Odie bounces it right, 15, 20, cuts back 23-yard line. He'll be very close to a first down. It will depend on the spot. He has been really their primary offensive threat along with Jordan tonight. I believe it's going to be enough to move the chains, so give him 10 yards and a first down.
Not only is Jordan good at running with the football and catching it, that was a good block because he was the receiver in motion that came out to the far hash with the seal block. That allowed the running back to get about another 3 or 4 yards. Nice play that time by Jordan.
Odie, 13 carries, 52 yards. First down, Stewart's Creek from their own 23-yard line. Play action, rolling right. Jones looking downfield, still looking, fires on the sideline into double coverage, and that pass is broken up, and I believe it's incomplete. I think it was actually intercepted, but I think he was out of bounds when he made the interception. Boy, you talk about throwing into traffic. There were 3 purple jerseys right there.
I thought for a moment that it was Satterwhite who got the interception, but as he went out of bounds, he had the sack earlier in the game. Yep. That was a huge hit.
So instead, incompletion, 2nd down and 10, and Stewart's Creek, frankly, lucky to get that one back. Clock is running, 9:05 to go in this third quarter. 13-6 Smyrna leads in this big region battle. Handoff Jordan, and he is swallowed up. No gain on the play. Cade Carter, the senior, was the first to make contact, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long. That lateral movement, Jonathan, you've talked about it all night. Smyrna has been right there on that.
Jordan is almost always going across the formation. That time he was going from a right to left. They handed it off to him. Might want to think about faking that handoff to Jordan and going to another option, maybe even an option pitch option, depending upon how the play is designed. But laterally, they just have not been able to do much.
Stewart's Creek 2 for 5 on 3rd down tonight. This is a 3rd and 10 from the Red Hawks' own 23-yard line. Empty backfield. Jones fires over the middle for Jordan, incomplete, a little too tall. Jordan was the intended receiver. Satterwhite was there on the coverage. and that brings up 4th down.
Good job by Smyrna. No one was open, but as you mentioned, that was a one-read play. He was going to Jordan the entire time, who was on the hash on the far side of the field. And unfortunately for Stewart's Creek, incomplete. They're 3 and out, so both defenses have started strong here to start the second half.
I think we've got an official's timeout. I'm not so sure that they don't have a clock issue once again. We've had a clock issue on a few occasions in the first half. Right now it's stopped at 8 minutes left to go. I think they want to put 8:02. Is that what I saw?
Maybe 8:40.
Yeah, the official.
8:20.
8:20, okay. I saw the 2, but I couldn't figure out which
All right, so it was
number
half
it was.
of what we said. Yeah, we halved it. There we go.
Just give it a shot. So they've reset it to 8:20.
Can't win if you don't play, Jay.
That's right. Finis back to punt. McCarver and Robinson back to receive. 2 receivers back for Smyrna, standing back at their own 40-yard line. Punt is away. It's a good one. It will bounce at the 40-yard line. They let it bounce inside the 35. I don't know why you let that bounce. They got lucky. It only rolled 6 yards to the 34. Fair catch would have been very easy to make, or at least theoretically easy to make at the 40-yard line, but it rolls dead at the 34. That's where Smyrna will start 1st and 10, leading 13-6 here with 8:10 to go in the third.
We've seen that a lot this season, where these return men have not been calling very many fair catches. Instead, they're letting the ball hit the ground and let it roll.
Austin Morris, the quarterback. 4 touchdown passes on the season. 3 wide left, 1 wide right, empty backfield. Keeper by Morris, 35, 40, 45 midfield into Stewart's Creek territory to the 49-yard line. We didn't see much of that at all in the first half. We've seen it twice here in the third quarter. Morris with a big game.
Had a feeling when they started the last drive with that they'd come back to it. They did that time with the run option. Very nice play.
Redhawks territory at the 49. First down for the Bulldogs. Same offensive set. 3 receivers split left. Morris changes the play. Sends the tailback off his left shoulder. Morris fires into the flat. Pass caught. That's Robinson at the line of scrimmage. Cuts back. Runs into traffic. Gets about 3 yards. He ran about 30 yards and got 3 on the play as he was trying to find some place to go and finally tackled at the 46-yard line.
That's the first time we've really seen that bubble screen like that, where you throw it pretty much laterally down the line of scrimmage, but Smyrna couldn't get anything going. Again, both of these teams very good defensively.
Obviously well scouted, too. They know each other very well. Clock is running, approaching 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Smyrna leading 13-6 with the ball at the Stewart's Creek 46. Quick pass near side, caught, and a great open field tackle once again for a loss back to the 49-yard line. And that's Garrell Watson, the senior cornerback, who read that perfectly.
Stack formation again, where you have one receiver behind the other. They try to set up the screen that time, which we see that with spread offenses all the time. But again, the open field tackling we've seen from both teams tonight has been as good as any game we've seen this season.
3rd and 10 now for the Bulldogs from the Stewart's Creek 49. 2 wide to each side. In the gun, Morris. Rush is coming. Dumps it to the flat near side. Pass caught. There's another great open field tackle at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss of a yard. That's Waller again, who has had a tremendous defensive game tonight for Stewart's Creek.
Yeah, outstanding play there. Also in on the play, Grady Harvey nearby, and just a good job. Again, you have 2 teams that basically, Joe, run the same offense. They've been able to scout each other out very well. The defenders are closing in on the ball handlers very quickly. That time, the quarterback was facing some pressure, so he got rid of it quickly.
So Martinez back to punt once again for the Bulldogs. And angles to the right, kicks this one down the sideline. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line and dropped, but did he get back on it? I think he did. Smyrna says they have the football, but I believe Stewart's Creek got it back. That was one of those low wobblers. Taylor could not hang on to it cleanly, but was able to pounce on it and save the turnover.
Again, get the arm in the air. Just go for the fair catch. Secure the ball. Now, it's different with those rugby-style punts because those balls want to float all the time, usually drift toward the sideline because of the momentum of the kicker, but it's just a matter of making sure you keep possession.
So the quarterback, Jones, 4 for 10 passing for 58 yards. Had a pick 6 in the first half. He is in the shotgun. Hands off to Odie, and he is corralled for a loss. All the way back at the 13-yard line. That's Hedgepath, the linebacker. They are paying absolutely no attention to the pass. They're totally playing the run.
None whatsoever. That's basically a dog blitz the way they shot the gap that time to get into the backfield. And again, Stewart's Creek just struggling to find a way to move the ball down the field vertically.
Well, and everything, all these plays that are lateral are not working. I mean, for both teams, going laterally is not working. Something straight down the middle of the field might be the best opportunity. 2nd and a long 15. Jones in the gun, 5 wide. Jones easing to his right. Looking downfield, still looking. Now he's going to throw it long. Has a man. Pass is caught at midfield and out of bounds. That'll be a first down. And that is Kenny Jordan, who found himself wide open all the way down, I believe, inside Smyrna territory. They'll mark him out at the 45.
Able to roll out that time. He went over to the sideline. Able to throw Jordan. Jordan was wide open. He was able to connect with him and get another big play. So the second big pass play to Jordan in this game.
Well, what a big weapon Jordan is. So 93 yards passing now for Jones. Jordan 2 catches for 65 yards on the evening. On first down, Jones being rushed. He eludes it, fires, finds a man, caught 35-30 spinning. That's Jordan again inside the 30. Finally swarmed at about the 28-yard line. Give Jones credit. He eluded the rush that allowed him the opportunity to make that pass.
Rolled off to the right side again. That looked like another one of those triple option type of plays, but he came off to the right, found the open man on the seam. Another first down for Stewart's Creek.
So now over 100 yards passing for Jones on the evening, and that puts the Redhawks inside the 30. First down at the Smyrna 28-yard line. Clock running, 4:15 to go, third quarter. Smyrna leading 13-6. Stewart's Creek on the march. Jones rolling left this time. Got a great block. Looking downfield. Throws to the end zone, incomplete. It was well out of the end zone. Was looking for Jordan, who was double covered. That's the first time they've rolled him left tonight, and it came up empty.
And actually, he threw that ball about 40-plus yards. He just flung it off his hand. I mean, he made it look effortless, but a good job by Smyrna. That was well defended.
Stops the clock with 4:02 left in this third quarter. So now passing-wise, Stewart's Creek 104 yards through the air, 70 yards on the ground, so 174 in total offense. Jones in the gun on 2nd and 10. Hands off Odie, tries the left, turns upfield, 25-20. Nice move, 15. Finally dragged down at about the 11-yard line on the tackle by Satterwhite. Might have saved a touchdown on the tackle. First down, Redhawks.
It's amazing how that play gets open because you've been able to move the football down the field through the air. And you've been able to roll the quarterback out as well, so the defense can't just sit on the run game.
So now Odie, 15 carries, 63 yards. He's got the ball again, tries the right side, turns up inside the 5 and pushes it forward close to the 2-yard line, almost 10 yards on the carry.
Boy, that was just a good run that time. Just good pad level, stayed square, was able to move the ball forward. And now they're very close to the goal line and a chance to either tie or take the lead.
I think an official's timeout is taken here as the officials, a little conversation going on at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, don't see a flag down there.
Might be another clock issue. We've had several issues with the scoreboard clock tonight that seems to have had a mind of its own. And the referee saying now it's going to be my timeout. I don't know if they're looking into the stands, Jonathan. Looks like the official's coming over here.
I think the official might be going into the box.
To the that could be it. They may have had enough with the clock. And so he may be coming up here to send an official up to basically run to keep the time from the box. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like the 4th time tonight that the officials have had their own timeout. And that's exactly what's happening, Jonathan. They're sending one of the officials from the field up into the booth, and he will be the official timekeeper from now on.
Yeah, because most of the time we'll see an official up here running the clock we have for most games. Not the case here tonight, but Right now, that official's coming up, and they're calling the principal up to the office.
That's right. 3:52 is what the scoreboard clock says. Left in the third quarter. 13-6 Smyrna with the lead, but Stewart's Creek is knocking on the door, facing a second down and about 1 from the Smyrna 3-yard line.
Yeah, third time they've been in the red zone. They've been able to punch it in once, and that was at the end of the first half, where they scored on the last play of the first half. And Stewart's Creek, as I mentioned, Joe, they've just been hanging in there in that first half. Didn't let it go beyond a 2-possession game. Now they've got a chance here to tie or take the lead.
Well, I think point afters have not been automatic. Both teams have missed a point after kick tonight. So Stewart's Creek breaks their huddle on the sideline. They're about ready to go.
Do not need to score a touchdown. They can get a first down for goal to go.
Stewart's Creek only had 6 first downs in the first half. They've got 3 already in this third quarter. And facing a 2nd and 1 here from the 3-yard line. Jones with Jordan in motion. Hands off and a tackle for loss. Odie is dropped all the way back at the 10-yard line. Tremendous penetration. That was Hedgepath, the senior linebacker who was in the backfield awaiting the handoff.
Smyrna just gets after it.
Yep.
They just absolutely get after it. They've been winning that battle on the line of scrimmage with those linebackers, able to shoot the gaps and make the play.
Boy, you had 2nd and 1. Now you've got 3rd and 8. I mean, you lose 7 on a running play. 3rd and 8. Ball back at the 9-yard line. Jones in the shotgun, man in motion. Jones looking to throw, pumps, fires to the end zone, had a man, overthrew him, incomplete. Had a man, you saw him, I believe it was Jordan in the back right corner of the end zone, but the ball was overthrown.
Just like the first possession of the game, where they had Jordan open in the back of the end zone. And unfortunately, they couldn't connect. You could see that he was open. He was going to that back pylon, just overthrew it. That should have been a touchdown for Stewart's Creek.
So now 4th down and 8, I assume Stewart's Creek will go for it here. Instead of the field goal to make it 13-9, they're going to go for it on 4th down and 8. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. 0 for 2 on 4th down tonight is Stewart's Creek. Man in motion is Jordan. Jones to throw. Sends it to the end zone, incomplete. Into the back of the end zone. That ball was too long. It was intended for the receiver, Harvey, in the back right corner of the end zone, but you could tell the minute he let it go, it was going to be too tall and incomplete.
Yeah, too much air underneath that one. Now the 3rd time that they've been inside the red zone, only come away with 1 touchdown in those situations. And again, they've been able to get Jordan open in the back of the end zone. Can't hit him. That time not as open as he was on the 3rd down play. But Stewart's Creek, they just got to find that aspect of their game if they want to get to the next level.
So Smyrna gives up some yards, but they hold and now take over the football. First down from their own 9-yard line. 2:48 to go on the game clock in the third quarter. Bulldogs leading 13-6. 3 receivers split right for Smyrna. Pistol formation for the quarterback, Morris. Morris takes the snap. Hands off, tailback, nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Hayes, the defensive lineman, was right there to make the tackle for a loss of a yard.
I was a little surprised they didn't think about passing it to the near side. They had 3 receivers there. There were only 2 defenders. And one of the people that was over there was Messer, who's listed as a tight end. They had an extra body.
That's his first carry and a loss of 3 yards on the play. That was the carry for DJ Barksdale, who came in as the leading running back for Smyrna on the season. On 2nd down, Morris fires quick pass, caught 12, 13-yard line. Good open field tackle once again on the reception made out there after the short game by Bensuda, and that'll bring up 3rd down at about 6.
Again, just not many opportunities for yards after catch. We've had a couple for Stewart's Creek with Jordan. Not been the case with Smyrna.
You got the same situation now. 3 receivers split to the right. This time, Stewart's Creek paying a little more attention, although they've got 2 out here, and then a safety kind of hanging around. He is in the area. 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs. 1:40 to go, third quarter. Smyrna leading 13-6. Now they've got 2 defenders on 3 receivers. Handoff right up the gut, and absolutely nothing. Ran into a stone wall. B.J. Peter, the senior, 6'1", 295, nose tackle, led the charge. That went nowhere.
It's remarkable how well scouted out these teams have of each other, because that time you had the 3 receivers there, then the safety that was out there, he went ahead to the line right before they snapped the football. They decided we're going to go against the run. They didn't throw the ball out here. So again, the lack of a passing threat coming back to haunt Smyrna right now.
So Martinez will stand near his goal line to punt the ball away. Maynard standing back at the 45-yard line. Low snap, he got it away. And did he field that and have a knee on the ground when he fielded it? I think he did. I think he was down when he fielded that football with a knee on the ground, and Stewart's Creek is going to get the ball at the 2-yard line. It was a low snap. The punter went down to get it, Jonathan, and I believe when he fielded it, he had a knee down on the ground.
The referee ran in immediately to whistle the play dead, point at the spot. So that is going to be at the 2-yard line for Stewart's Creek, and wow, what a huge break. And that's a turnover on downs.
Oh, my.
That's a huge turnover. So again, 4th time now that they're inside the 20, and this time inside the 10.
1st and goal, Red Hawks from the 2. Keeper quarterback Taylor, right side, touchdown. Touchdown, Stewart's Creek. The sophomore Jerry Taylor goes over the right side untouched, and the Red Hawks an extra point away from tying this up. That was well blocked on the right side.
Yes, it was, and special teams again playing a major role here tonight. We've seen that throughout the entire season. There's not 2 phases of the game. There's 3.
That's right.
And it is what Mike Vrabel, the Tennessee Titans, calls complementary football.
As Jeff Fisher used to say, all 3 phases. Got to win all 3 phases.
I almost did the voice, Joe.
So now a timeout with 46 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, as Stewart's Creek, are they debating, Jonathan, going for 2? They've missed an extra point tonight. It hit the upright. It was kicked well, but it hit the upright.
Well, the timeout is being credited to Smyrna.
Yep.
You have to think about it. With the lack of consistency in the kicking game, and you brought Taylor in as the designated running quarterback, so now you've got some options. You've got 2 different running backs, a running quarterback. You've got some options there, just being 3 yards out to go for the 2 and take the lead.
How big is this game? Smyrna 2-0 in Region 5 in Class 6A. Stewart's Creek 1-1 in the region. A win by Stewart's Creek pulls them even with Smyrna, 1 game closer to Antioch, with a couple of really big games coming up to wrap up the regular season. There's a lot left to decide.
Yeah, Smyrna still to play Antioch here in the latter part of the season.
It looks to me, Jonathan, like they're going to go for it here, and they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Leading 13-12 Smyrna. Stewart's Creek with the football. Taylor on the read, hands to Jordan, tries the left side, and second effort. Did he get in? No. They're going to say he's down prior to the goal line. Jordan thought he was in because he thought he was on top of a Smyrna defender rolling into the end zone. The official on the side said no, the knee was down before he got to the goal line. That was close.
I thought he was on the player.
I do too. 46 seconds left, 3rd quarter. 13-12 Smyrna. We got a good one on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairground Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Well, as it turns out, special teams has been a really important part of this game. Turnover on the opening kickoff, turnover on the opening kickoff of the second half. 2 missed extra points, 1 by each team, and now Stewart's Creek goes for 2 to take the lead, comes up inches short apparently, and it's 13-12 Smyrna with 46 seconds left in the 3rd. And the kickoff is away. Bounces at the 10, fielded on one hop at the 5. Coming to the 10, they'll lateral it to the 10, now to the 15, and nowhere to go. That lateral just has not worked. Smyrna's tried it twice. It fumbled the first time. The second time, they lateraled it to number 2 on the play, McCarver, and he had nowhere to go. So the Bulldogs will start inside their own 20-yard line.
Well, and right now it's Stewart's Creek with all the momentum. That's kind of been the case since they were able to score in the final play of the first half. This Smyrna offense has struggled. They have not been able to get any consistency. The quarterback's been able to run the football a little bit, but right now Smyrna's just got to find a way to get some first downs strung together, try to move it downfield.
Smyrna's still under 100 yards in total offense, 70 yards on the ground, only 23 on the air, through the air. 3 punts in this third quarter for Smyrna. Handoff, tailback will try the right side, and he will go nowhere, and he is absolutely nailed at about the 15-yard line on a big hit by Ez Izudlin. He finished it off. The running back was kind of spun off balance, and then Ez came in and dropped the hammer.
That was a cleanup on aisle 4 is what that was.
And another tackle for loss, 2 yards lost on the play. 2nd and 12. Clock is running. 15 seconds left in this third quarter. Let's see if Smyrna's going to run a play. And the clock immediately jumped to 0. It went from 12 to 0 in a heartbeat. The clock has been an issue tonight. But we're going to the fourth, and everything we expected. Low-scoring defensive battle. Smyrna 13, Stewart's Creek 12 on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
It's an NFL doubleheader on Sports USA. And first, the Indianapolis Colts with Moss, Pittman, and Pierce race to Jacksonville and face Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and the Jaguars. Then it's off to Vegas as Ramondre, Zeke, and the New England Patriots come to Sin City to see if they can outrun the Raiders and Josh Jacobs.
Gets the snap, gives it to Josh Jacobs, and he is in.
It's the Colts and the Jaguars, then the Pats at the Raiders. This Sunday on Sports USA.
NFL coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. exclusively on WNSR.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
We go to the fourth quarter from Smyrna, Tennessee. Joe Fisher, Jonathan Schaefer, Adam Johnson with you. 13-12 Smyrna in this huge region battle, leading Stewart's Creek. And the Bulldogs will have the football 2nd down and 12 from their own 14-yard line. Smyrna yet to get across 100 yards in total offense. Pick 6 was one of their scores in the first half. It has been a defensive-oriented game. Both teams really, really solid tackling teams. Out of the shotgun. Handoff, tailback tries the right side, now tries to bounce back to the left. Penalty flag thrown into the middle of that. That's going to be a hold as it went for no gain anyway. So now a decision for Stewart's Creek. Do you take the penalty and walk it back, or do you make it 3rd down and 12?
I'll go ahead and walk it back. My defense is stopping them. I'm going to try to get as good a field position as I can out of it.
It is a hold on Smyrna. They're going to decline it. They're going to say, well, we're going to keep 3rd down and about 12.
Well, I'm glad they didn't ask.
I'm not sure there's a right or wrong answer
I don't
to that.
think
We'll kind of see.
Yeah.
3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs from their own 16-yard line. Pistol formation. Austin Morris at quarterback. Looking left. Rush coming, sacked.
Fumble.
Dropped, and a fumble is loose, and I believe Stewart's Creek got the ball, and they do. Morris was hit. He was sandwiched by 2 defenders, and I believe, is that Waller that came out of there with it? If he didn't have the ball, he was in the middle of it. He's been in the middle of everything tonight.
All night, the quarterback got smacked going to the turf. And now, once again, this drive is starting at the 10-yard line. Stewart's Creek with the chance again to take the lead.
Stewart's Creek got the opportunity earlier in this half on a snap on a punt for Smyrna. The punter fielded the ball but had a knee down when he fielded it, so Stewart's Creek got the ball at the 2-yard line. This time, after the sack and the fumble turnover, they get it inside the 10. It is officially 1st and goal just inside the 10. Jordan in motion right to left. Ball is dropped by the quarterback, Jones, nowhere to go. He's dropped for a loss of a couple of yards. He just lost the handle, Jonathan. Most important thing for him was just to pick up the football and save possession, but they lost a couple of yards.
Well, Shane Hedgepath had his helmet knocked off for Smyrna. He's going to have to come off the field for this play.
That is a big loss. He is the outstanding linebacker. Has had a big game. He has to come off for one play. Let's walk it back to the 12-yard line. 2nd and goal officially from the 12. 11 minutes left to play. Smyrna 13, Stewart's Creek 12. Jones in the shotgun. 2 wide left, 1 right. Jones hands to Odie. Blitz is coming. It's a run blitz, and Odie's going nowhere. And he is nailed back outside the 15-yard line. It's like Smyrna is in the Stewart's Creek huddle, and they know what play is coming.
Aiden Augustine looked like a heat-seeking missile to the ball carrier that time. And credit to Odie, he was able to get away from the first one, but it was just a barrage of Bulldogs coming after him.
Augustine was first. Carter finished it off. So now 3rd and goal, but all the way back at the 17-yard line. This drive started inside the 10. 2 negative plays in a row for the Redhawks. Shotgun formation. 2 wide right, 1 left. Jones rolling right, looking to throw. Fires to the sideline, almost intercepted, incomplete. He had it read beautifully, broke on the play. That was Robinson, Michael Robinson, who broke on the ball, but he was out of bounds, and that brings up 4th down.
He bobbled it a little bit. I think even if he comes up with it clean, he's probably still out of bounds, but a great play to knock it away. Now 4th down coming up.
Field goal from here would be, what, 35 yards?
And they have shown that the kicking game is not a strength of theirs right now, so really tough spot.
Yeah, but you're looking at 4th and goal from the 17-yard line. 4 consecutive incompletions for Jones. They will go for it on 4th and goal from the 17. Smyrna, a couple of guys drop back inside the 5-yard line. Jordan in motion. To throw is Jones. Sends it to the end zone. Has a man on the wheel route. Touchdown! Touchdown, Stewart's Creek. Odie on the wheel route was all by his lonesome down the left sideline.
There was incidental contact where a Smyrna defender ran into a Stewart's Creek receiver. Fortunately for Stewart's Creek, it was a little bit away from the play as Odie ran that wheel route, and they got the touchdown.
So Stewart's Creek for their first lead of the night, and I would assume will go for 2, leading 18-13 with 9:46 to play, and they will go for 2. Taylor back in at quarterback for the Redhawks. Taylor takes the snap, reverses, rush coming, eludes it, looking right, fires to the end zone, back of the end zone, incomplete. Had a man, and he could not hang on. That was Jordan. He was open, could not make the catch. But with 9:46 left to play in a huge region battle, Stewart's Creek in front, 18-13 on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Well, I hope you tune in to Prep Football Talk tomorrow. 8 o'clock, Greg Pogue, Coach Bubba Spears. Reggie Grimes is the legend. He was a legend.
There's no doubt about
Hunters
that.
Lane, Alabama. And he will be the legend that they'll speak with tomorrow. 8 o'clock here on WNSR. Stewart's Creek leading Smyrna 18-13 with 9:46 left to play. Kickoffs have been an adventure tonight. Let's see how this one plays out. They will kick it deep. Fielded at the 7 for the Bulldogs, to the 10, to the 15, and that's it. Boy, tremendous coverage defensively. That was number 17, Jeremy Smith for Stewart's Creek, that got down there, made a terrific open field tackle. I'm telling you, and you mentioned it earlier, Jonathan, both these teams about as fundamentally sound tackling as I've seen all year.
Outstanding. They have not missed many tackles here tonight. There have not been many yards after catch or even a whole lot of yards after contact for the running backs in Smyrna, who's just been struggling so much here offensively in the second half, now trailing for the first time tonight.
Smyrna 20 yards on the ground, 10 yards through the air in this half. Still under 100 yards of total offense. Hand off to the tailback on first down, and absolutely nothing but a wall of Red Hawks waiting for him for a loss of 2 or 3 yards. And I'm telling you, Jonathan Waller is having a heck of a game tonight.
And he could be in the running for our player of the game, that's for sure. Let's not forget that Smyrna had a 13-0 lead. This is 18 in a row for Stewart's Creek.
That's a loss of 2 yards, another tackle for loss for the Red Hawks. And I'm telling you, the Bulldogs have had no answer for the 6'1", 230-pound Jonathan Waller. Red Hawks communicating defensively, making some changes as they see the Bulldogs line up on 2nd and 12 from their own 13. Morris fires, incomplete, overthrew his intended receiver. Was looking, I believe, for Messer, Jonathan Messer, the senior tight end. And that is 21 yards passing total for Smyrna tonight.
Tight end seam route, that's exactly what that was, but there was nobody open, and he was getting some pressure in the backfield.
Clock stops, 8:51 left. 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs, who have not converted on 3rd down tonight. Rush is coming. Morris fires, in traffic, incomplete. Overthrew Messer. Double coverage was there. The pass was overthrown. Good coverage. Watson was there along with Ruckstuhl, and that brings up another 4th down for Smyrna.
I think Messer was looking around trying to get a flag, but there wasn't going to be one.
Nope. Pass was overthrown. So Maynard, who had a 95-yard punt return for a touchdown earlier this year, stands back near midfield. The last punt snap was low. Martinez fielded it on a knee and gave the ball to Stewart's Creek at the 2-yard line. Stewart's Creek is bringing everybody up. They're not even sending anybody back to field this ball. It's going to bounce. It will take a Smyrna roll inside the 40 and be down at the 39-yard line. Boy, at the last second, Jonathan, Maynard came sprinting up to the line like they were going to totally come after the punter. Didn't worry about fielding the punt.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to bring a full house, and you can't blame them considering what happened on the previous punt, but good job that time by the Bulldogs, but good field position again, and that's been a saving grace for Stewart's Creek tonight. When they've had some issues, they've still had really good field position throughout the entire evening, and a large part of that's because Smyrna on offense hasn't been able to do anything.
So how big is this drive? 8:35 left to play. Stewart's Creek with the ball, leading 18-13. They will start at their own 39-yard line. Stewart's Creek 132 through the air, 79 on the ground, so just over 200 yards of total offense. Jones with a handoff. Odie runs right into the middle and goes nowhere. Maybe a yard, and that's about all. Aiden Dickens, the senior, made the tackle as Odie is helped to his feet. So Odie now 19 carries for 61 yards on the night.
And I don't think Stewart's Creek right now has any problem just running some time off the clock.
Remember, Smyrna led this one 13-0, as Jonathan mentioned, an 18-0 run by the Red Hawks. 2nd and 9 now for Stewart's Creek from their own 40. Clock running, 8 minutes to play. Smyrna kind of bluffing like they were going to blitz from that right corner. And I believe that prompted a move by Stewart's Creek and a illegal procedure penalty. That will cost them 5. Not a lot of penalties in this game tonight.
No, Stewart's Creek had a few there in the first half, but they've really cleaned up that part of their game here in the second.
I think that's the 4th penalty on Stewart's Creek tonight for a total of 30 yards.
Well, that's their first here in the second half, because they had 3 in the first.
Clock running, 7:45 left to play. 2nd down and 14. Back at their own 35-yard line. Jones on a low snap. Looks long, and the receiver ran into the defender, and there's the penalty flag. They tripped up near midfield. They were going for the home run ball, looking for Mason Moss, and he ran right into the defender. That was Kylan Andrews. They both went to the ground, and the official threw the flag. Smyrna would argue that that's incidental contact, but they're not going to win that one.
What I found interesting was the official on the sideline didn't throw the flag. He was the one that was closer to the play. It took the official that was deep in the secondary eventually throwing the flag for the pass interference. I don't think there was an agreement between those two officials on what happened.
That will be a first down for Stewart's Creek. They'll mark the ball right at midfield, right in the center of the field.
Or the official on the sidelines looking at his teammate saying, "That's your call. Make it."
7.5 left. 18-13 Stewart's Creek with the ball in a 5-point lead. First penalty on Smyrna tonight. It is a costly one. In the gun on first down, Jones, they do the reverse to Jordan on the toss. Jordan with nowhere to go, finds a little bit of room, bounces to the left, gets a block, 45, and still on his feet to the 42. Penalty flag in at the end of the play, 2 penalty flags down.
I think you're looking at a block in the back or a hold in this situation.
Jordan did that all on his own. He was snowed under, cut back a couple of times, and when that happens, usually you're going to get blocks in the back or crackbacks or whatever the case may be. The officials will discuss this, and let's see where the flag will be walked off from. It is a hold. They're going to wave that one off. There's a block in the back. They will take that one. So there were 2 penalties on the play.
And that's where, if you're Stewart's Creek, that's just tough because you've got receivers downfield who are then trying to block, and then Jordan's cutting it back the other way. Just a tough play to make.
They walk it off from the 46-yard line of the Bulldogs, so it goes back to the 44 of Stewart's Creek. It'll bring up a first down and 16 with 7:17 left to play, and the clock winds again.
Boy, Race is a nice play by Jordan because, again, he made all of that happen.
Jordan is in the slot to the right, 2 receivers split right for the Redhawks. On 1st and 16, handoff up the middle, not much, maybe a couple of yards. Across the 45 to the 46, Odie with some tough sledding there up the middle.
And getting a little chippy out there as well. It was Morgan Vanderbilt and Michael Robinson hand fighting each other here on the near side. Rivalry game.
Yep. Second down and almost 15. Clock running, 6:35 to play. 18-13 Stewart's Creek with the ball and a 5-point advantage. Vanderbilt splits wide to the right. Jordan in the slot right. Jones in the shotgun. Jordan goes in motion right to left. They hand it to Jordan, nowhere to go. He is dropped for a loss all the way back to the 41. I'm telling you, Smyrna has been in the backfield as much as the offensive backfield has been for Stewart's Creek tonight. That was Matthews, Carson Matthews, who's had a big game defensively as well with a pick 6 tonight.
I just don't know what else this defense is supposed to do. And that's the thing. They've already had a pick 6 tonight.
Well, they scored. I mean, that's about all you can ask.
You know, they've scored. They've held Stewart's Creek. They've had to deal with bad field position. They've had to deal with Stewart's Creek getting inside the red zone 4 times tonight. This defense for Smyrna is an outstanding defense.
3rd down and 18. 5:40 left to play. In the shotgun with Jordan moving right to left. High snap, handoff to Odie. He'll spin down to the 45, and that's about all. Not much. Very conservative there for Stewart's Creek. And, Jonathan, you mentioned it. They're living and relying on their defense right now.
Yeah, Stewart's Creek, you're in a situation where you don't mind your defense going out there. But Smyrna's been able to do absolutely nothing here in the second half, as Ote's actually limping coming off the field right now with his right ankle. But a situation, as long as they don't turn it over, they're looking at it as a win.
Well, Odie was limping, but he bounced off the sideline. Then he laid down once he got to the bench. They'll take a look at him for sure. Robinson back deep to receive the punt, standing inside the 20 for the Bulldogs. Clock running inside 5 minutes left to play. High snap and a very poor punt. It's going to bounce at midfield and will be down at about the 47-yard line, maybe the 46. They scrum for it. By my count, that's about a 1 or 2 yard punt. Stewart's Creek is saying they got the football back. Smyrna fans are irate because one of the Smyrna players went down to recover it. All he had to do was stay away from it.
There was no reason to even fall on it. He just had to stay away from the ball. That punt was a poor punt because that was a high snap, had to snare that snap. And that's what caused it to be kicked later in the rotation of the leg, right up the chimney. Best field position Smyrna's had all night.
It will be at the Stewart's Creek 46-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, trailing 18-13, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in this huge Class 6A Region 5 matchup. Smyrna 2-0 in the region, Stewart's Creek 1-1. Morris in the shotgun. 2 wide to each side. Morris fires left side pass, caught at the 40 to the 35, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's been Suda with the reception and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Single read that time, came out to the flat. Bulldogs getting a very important first down.
So Ben Suda with the catch. I believe that's his second of the night for 19 yards. That was a gain of 15. They move it down to the 31 of Stewart's Creek. Clock winds, 4:15 left to play. Morris in the gun again. And now a timeout taken by the official. I believe the clock was running and maybe was not supposed to be. We've had issues with the clock off and on all night tonight. And I give this crew on the field credit. They have caught it every time. 4:30, I believe is what he said. 4:30 is what he wants on the clock. Our referee has been right on the ball tonight, Jonathan. He has caught it every time, and there's 4:30, and he's been very decisive. He's walked up and said, this is the time, boom, let's go.
Yes, he has, and he's been very active tonight, too, because he's had some holding calls that he's had to call, and it's been an active night for the officials. They're doing a good job. Sometimes you have those technical issues like we see here tonight at Smyrna, but nonetheless, Bulldogs right now with first down, ball at the 31-yard line.
Well, Smyrna needs to realize the ball has been put in play. They finally come out of their little huddle on the sideline. The play clock is running. 4:30 left in the contest. Stewart's Creek leading 18-13. First down for the Bulldogs. Their first down of the half on that pass a moment ago. And the handoff in a very short game by Thomas Jones. He'll push it just inside the 30. And a very late penalty flag as the helmet came off of number 55, Lonte Gray, who is the left guard for Smyrna.
It's going to be a personal foul. I'm just not sure which side it's going to be on.
I wonder if Gray's helmet was removed.
I think it was.
By someone else?
Yeah.
Stewart's Creek is applauding, though. They're saying it's going to be against Smyrna. And it is against Smyrna.
Yeah, not a personal foul, though.
Nope. Now, was this after the play? I think that's what they're discussing right now. Was this penalty after the play or during the play? So is it first down or second down? Illegal participation against Smyrna. And I believe the official just said second down. To me, it should be first down.
It would be first, and they still have first on the far sideline. It was not a dead ball penalty, so it should still be first down.
Okay, the official looking to the sideline to confirm whether it's first down. I think they're okay with it. I think it's first down. I think that's correct. It's first down and 20 with the ball back to the 41-yard line.
Because illegal participation would be participating in the play.
In the play, that's right. Morris with the rush coming. They set up the screen. They've got it set up. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet, 16-yard line. First down, Bulldogs on the screen play to Thomas Jones.
Best screen they've had all night. They were able to set it up, and actually it was the right tackle for Smyrna who got obliterated on the play, but was able to have just enough of a block to have the quarterback have the time to complete the screen play, and then a cadre of blockers coming down the near side of the field for the Bulldogs.
Boy, you could see the minute he got that ball, it was set up for them. Inside 4 minutes left to play. First down, Bulldogs from the 16. Morris with the handoff up the middle. That ball is loose again. Stewart's Creek says they have the fumble. Stewart's Creek says they have the ball. We await the confirmation from the officials as they unpile at the 15-yard line. And the answer is Yes! Stewart's Creek recovers the fumble. Smyrna turns it over again. That's the second fumble in this half with 3:46 left to play.
Morris held on to that football for a long time trying to hand that off. I think it was a problem with the exchange at the line. That caused the fumble. Stewart's Creek comes up with it, and now they've got a chance to seal away the final 3:46 of this game.
Yeah, first down would go a long, long way. Smyrna with 2 timeouts remaining. Stewart's Creek has all 3. Jones back in at quarterback, the junior. We've seen Taylor at times, but Jones the primary quarterback. Hands off Odie over the left side, not much. Maybe a yard, and that's about all.
They're just going to run clock and be safe with the football.
Gain of about a half a yard on the play. 3:30 left to play. Well, what a huge win this would be for Stewart's Creek.
Well, there's no question Smyrna could be in the driver's seat in the region with a win tonight, but right now, Stewart's Creek 18 unanswered to take the lead.
3:15 left, clock running. Second down and 9. Man in motion is Jordan left to right. Jones with a give on the delay. Odie finds the right side. He's dragged down from behind at about the 18-yard line. Looked like he was going to have some room to run, but Augustine said, nope, I'm going to drop you right here. So that's going to bring up third at about 7.
Timeout Smyrna.
And Smyrna takes the first of the 2 timeouts they had left with 2:57 left to play.
I wondered if they would take it there, if they would wait, if they made the stop on third down.
Yeah, do you want the timeouts when you're on offense, or how does that work?
I'd like to have one.
Yeah.
At least like to have one on offense.
Now the decision for Stewart's Creek. Do you do it at all, risk putting this ball in the air?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, 3rd and 7, if you do and get the first down, you've probably won the game and it's over.
Fair.
But if you don't, stop the clock.
And that's the thing. I'm going to make Smyrna use another timeout. Because, again, they had that screen play. That was their big play. They still don't have a real vertical threat. So if I'm playing the odds, and I'm sure there's somebody out there in terms of metrics that's yelling at me right now for saying this.
The analytics are going to be. That's the phrase of this age now.
Yeah, Bill Barnwell is somewhere yelling at me for this. But I say with as dominant as their defense has been, you don't need to run an unnecessary risk.
Billy Bean on line 1 for you.
Yeah, thank you.
2:57 left. 18-13, Stewart's Creek with the lead and the ball, facing a 3rd and 7. Smyrna with 1 timeout remaining. Boy, you got to believe this is going to be Odie again with a carry, or Jordan, but let's see what Stewart's Creek dials up on 3rd and 7 from their own 18. It's going to be a handoff to Odie over the left side, cuts back across the 20 to the 24-yard line. I think he is about a yard shy of the first down. If he had been able to spin forward 1 more yard, Jonathan, that would have moved the chains.
Yeah, he almost got it, and I believe Smyrna did decide to use that final timeout.
They actually mark him back just shy of the 24, so about a yard and a half shy of the first down.
A little bit further back than I thought.
Remember the prep football talk tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Greg Pogue, Coach Bubba Spears. Reggie Grimes is the legend they'll be talking to. Great player at Hunter's Lane, and then, of course, at the University of Alabama.
And 2 NFL football games coming up on Sunday.
Big Saturday. It's interesting, the Saturday college football slate in terms of national games. Not that many big-time games. Washington, Oregon is the one that is drawing all the attention.
No question. That should be a great game. That's being played at Husky Stadium. Beautiful campus there in Seattle, just north of Metro Seattle. And you've also got, I believe, UT and Texas A&M tomorrow.
So that's going to be a good one, too.
That should be interesting because we know the game that's going to be the week after that.
So 4th down and about a yard and a half. Robinson back to receive the punt, standing at the 45. Fanese to punt, standing at the 11. Rush is coming. He gets it away. Low, wobbly, bounces at the 40. Is going to roll and trickle to about the 44-yard line, where it'll die right there. So Smyrna will get the ball, first down in Stewart's Creek territory at the 44-yard line. No timeouts left, but 2:39 left, so they got plenty of time.
A little bit of a disappointing punt because this is actually Smyrna's best field position in this game coming off of a punt. So they're going to have the time, and they've got a short field. They're in plus territory.
So it'll fall into the hands of the quarterback, Austin Morris. Morris has only passed for 50 yards tonight.
I just think you got to run him more. They've had some success with it earlier in the third quarter.
Certainly did. Had a couple of really nice runs in the third. Stewart's Creek shifting, three-man defensive front. Morris to throw on first down. Fires near side, caught by Robinson, drilled. Drilled the minute he made the catch. That was Maynard with the tackle after the gain of about a yard.
That's a tough throw because he's over on the far side of the field going the whole way in the other direction, right to left. Able to get it to the receiver, but they didn't get much.
They're going to give him credit for 2 yards on the play, forward to the 42. Second down and 8. Clock running, 2:13 left. Smyrna down by 5 with the ball. Morris to throw. Over the middle, pass caught underneath. Robinson, nothing. I mean, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. He did get out of bounds with the pursuit there defensively by Marcel Gordon, the junior linebacker. I'm telling you, Stewart's Creek, the minute Smyrna's receivers get the ball, there is a defender right there.
Stewart's Creek said, we'll give you a little bit, but you're going to have to beat us with the arm.
3rd and 7. Smyrna yet to convert on 3rd down tonight. Morris to throw. Looking long down the middle. It is incomplete. Attempting to reach number 17 on that play, Xavier Watkins at the 15-yard line, just a little bit too tall.
If he throws it a foot lower, it goes right into the numbers of Watkins because he had the inside position on the defender. If they could just have gotten that throw down, that would have been a big-time catch.
This could be it. 4th down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Ball at the Stewart's Creek 41. They need the 34 for a first down. 1:59 left to play. Morris in the gun, 3-man rush, steps up, rolling right, fires, has a man, caught, 20, 15, 10, 5, to the goal line, fumbled the ball at the goal line. It is a touchdown. It is ruled a touchdown. It is a Smyrna touchdown. As he got to the goal line, stretched the ball out, landed in the end zone. The ball came out, but it was ruled that he had broken the plane and scored the touchdown.
I thought for a moment maybe he was stopped short, but they're going to go for 2 here for Smyrna.
19-18, Bulldogs with the lead. They will obviously go for 2, leading by 1.
They don't have the right personnel on the field.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out. They get a last man in. He came in at the very last second, and in fact, I don't think got in time. Actually, he was running toward the formation, so he was going forward, so that would be illegal procedure.
Yeah.
He was coming from the sideline trying to get to the 2.5-yard line, and as a result, was running forward. So the touchdown reception, Jonathan, was that Jones, 23, or McCarver, 2? I think it was 25, in fact, Robinson.
Yeah.
So Robinson with the reception for the touchdown. And then fumbled it once he hit the ground in the end zone. Now the 2-point try. Looking, rolling. Morris chased, dropped. Morris is dropped back of the 9-yard line, so that 2-point try is no good. 1:46 left to play. We'll take a break. 19-18, Smyrna with the lead on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Boy, we've had a good one tonight. 1:46 left to play. Smyrna 19, Stewart's Creek 18. It was a 13-0 Smyrna lead. Stewart's Creek rattled off 18 unanswered. The Bulldogs took advantage of a very short punt, and on the short field, able to drive it in for the score. 2-point conversion failed, and that's where we stand with 1:46 left to play. Kickoffs have been an adventure tonight for both teams. Martinez to kick it away for the Bulldogs. I'd be shocked if he kicked it deep. He did not. He kicked it short. It will bounce at the 20. Spins at the 17. Picked up there at the 17. Ranging forward is Jordan. He'll get to about the 24, and that's all. And that's where Stewart's Creek will start first down with 1:40 left to play.
Well, according to our teammate and Greg Polk, since this series started in 2013, Stewart's Creek has never beaten Smyrna.
That is correct. I saw the sign when I walked in. It said, "Keep the streak." You could see Smyrna wanting to keep that streak going.
Well, it was very much in doubt here until that touchdown by the Bulldogs. 1-point game, 19-18, but still a minute 40 remaining. And not only that, all 3 timeouts.
All 3 for Stewart's Creek. Neither of these teams really prolific throwing the football. Both have had their moments at times. The Red Hawks are going to need a moment or two like that on this drive with 1:40 left to play. In the shotgun, Jones on first down. Dumps it underneath. And that pass was an interception.
I believe it was. Yeah.
I think that's an interception. They're looking around at each other. Smyrna says it's an interception.
Someone's got to make the call.
Officials say it's incomplete. That was Augustine, the linebacker. Now the official's going to have a conversation. It was thrown literally right to Augustine, who said he had it.
Huge call.
Smyrna says it's our ball. Officials talking on each side. This decides it. Let's see. Still waiting for confirmation one way or the other. It looked to me, Jonathan, I didn't see if the ball hit the ground or not. It looked to me like an interception. They're going to say incomplete. The ruling is the ball must have hit the ground. Augustine didn't field it cleanly, but after the discussion, it comes up incomplete.
To be fair, we were at an angle where we wouldn't have been able to tell if the ball hit the ground or not.
Well, the bottom line is the call was not really made immediately either way.
Call wasn't really made.
At all, that's right. Second down and 10, 1:34 left, 3 wide left, 2 right, empty backfield. Jones, rush coming, hammered as he turns that ball loose. It goes into the hands of an offensive lineman who pushes it forward to about the 24-yard line, and a penalty flag comes down. It may be roughing the passer on where that hit was. It was high.
Well, threw it really late for it to be roughing the passer. They're going to call that illegal touching. Are you going to say that that's a pass or is that a fumble?
That's a good point. It was 54, Drew Willoughby, the senior lineman.
Yep, illegal.
They're going to call it an illegal touch on the offense. If you're Willoughby, what are you going to do? The ball comes to you, you're going to catch it.
No, you can't blame him at all for that play. But that's the thing. That's just as important of a call as the previous play with the lack of an interception.
And that's a loss of down as well.
Yep.
So you walk it back to the 19-yard line.
Because I would have said that was... Well, I mean, it never hit the ground.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So 3rd and 15 from the 19. Jones rolling left, being chased, fires past, caught. Jordan tackled immediately. Boy, Smyrna right on the ball defensively once again. That brings up 4th down. I think that was Tucker Moore that was right there, and timeout taken by Stewart's Creek with 1:09 left to play. I tell you, I have been so impressed with both defenses tonight. Their coverage on those pass plays. There has not been a receiver all night that's really been open.
No, not really. And even when they've had some completions, it would be a breakdown because a play would get extended or you'd have to throw someone open or it's been a screen play. This Smyrna defense, both teams have shown their toughness tonight. There's no question about that. Stewart's Creek was down 13-0 early. 18 in a row, and then Smyrna was able to take advantage of poor field position. When I said to punt it away, I thought the punt would be better than what it ended up being.
It was a 1-yard punt, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it didn't do much. So Smyrna had outstanding field position and then able to punch it into the end zone. great rivalry game. Stewart's Creek looking for their first win ever in this rivalry, which dates back 10 years. Smyrna trying to keep the streak alive. And again, if Smyrna can hold on for the victory, a huge win for them in the region.
3-0.
With a showdown against Antioch coming up in a couple of weeks.
That will be a big one. Stewart's Creek, their only loss in the region was to Antioch, 34-27. Antioch at 3-0 in the region, leading at the moment.
And let me tell you, I wouldn't mind seeing that Smyrna-Antioch game if it's for a region title.
Absolutely. 4th and 13. 1:16 left to play. Jones in the shotgun. 2 spread right, 1 left. Man in motion is Jordan right to left. Jones takes the snap, eases left, looking downfield, throws down the sideline, has a man, Jordan with the catch. First down, Stewart's Creek out of bounds near midfield. Jones finds Jordan for the first down, 1:06 left to play.
Jordan was open. It was the receiver that was in the slot that actually ran the further route. Jordan's stopped.
Hurt.
Yeah.
He is, I can't tell if it's a shoulder or an arm. He's kind of walking gingerly. I think they're going to have to drag him out of the game, though. He does not want to come out. He is a tough customer running the football, catching the football.
Seems to be okay now.
And he's going to stay in. 4 catches, 101 yards for Jordan tonight. First down, Stewart's Creek from the Smyrna 49. 1:06 left to play. 19-18, Smyrna with the lead. Jones in the gun on first down. Stands in, fires, and it is intercepted. It is intercepted by the Bulldogs. That is Robinson with the interception. Michael Robinson at the 35, and that should do it for the Bulldogs with 1 minute left to play.
No doubt that time he was able to get his arms underneath it, secure the football, interception, and the streak will stay alive for the Smyrna Bulldogs.
Threw it into traffic. Robinson right there to make the catch, and Smyrna, Stewart's Creek does have 2 timeouts remaining, so they can make Smyrna snap it 3 or 4 times, but let's see what they elect to do.
Just don't Mario Cristobal it.
Oh my goodness. There's a penalty flag. That's going to be illegal substitution on Smyrna. Had 12 men in the huddle. That won't cost them anything except 5 yards. That was unbelievable. You're talking about the Miami game.
Never seen anything like it.
It was unbelievable. Head coaches have lost jobs over things like that.
I joked around the next day that he can't ask for a raise at the end of the year.
It's not the first time he's done it either.
I know.
On first down, they snap it in the Wildcat to Jones, who takes it to about the 32-yard line.
And that's the thing. With the 2 timeouts, they're going to have to run plays.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah.
They snapped it in a shotgun
that
and a
was
Wildcat, so that's a little bit of
a little dicey.
Yep. So the timeout taken by Stewart's Creek. This is 2 really good defenses that have really gone at it.
Thomas
and I believe
Jones
is
right
down
now
on his knees back at the 18-yard line. Well, he's up, but he is still in some pain. He's in a lot of pain. I cannot tell, Jonathan, if it's a hand or if it's a lower body injury. I have a feeling it's a lower body injury.
I have the same feeling.
And that's not a good feeling.
Not at all. But the way he's also had his right hand kind of, that he had a lower body injury.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd down and 12, 51 seconds left. If Smyrna can hang on, the Bulldogs would even up their season record at 4-4, but more importantly for them, they would improve to 3-0 in Class 6A Region 5. They're going to do the pistol formation here with 51 seconds left. Morris at quarterback. He will hand off to the tailback. He'll push it right into the pile and go nowhere, maybe a loss of a yard. That will force Stewart's Creek to use their final timeout with 42 seconds left.
I just would have kneeled on it twice.
everybody's got their
I guess
philosophy. I don't know, but I wouldn't be handing the ball off either.
No, I would.
So now 42 seconds left.
Yeah, because even if it forces you to punt, I would just be in the victory formation and punt it with just a handful of seconds left.
Well, now you get into a situation, Jonathan. Do you run a play to try to use 5 or 6 seconds to try to get to a point where you can run the clock out? Do you risk that, or do you just take a knee and?
It's high school football. You don't want to add more risk to a situation. Now, I was proven wrong earlier in terms of the analytics, where they could have went for it instead of punting it away earlier on, and Smyrna ended up getting great field position and what have you. But I just think when you've got 15 to 18-year-old young men out there, just don't have to have them make any more decisions than they have to.
3rd and 12. For the Bulldogs, Smyrna leading 19-18, 42 seconds left. They're going to go in the pistol again, so they will snap it back to Morris.
Well, and they know how to go under center because they had a smokestack eye earlier.
Morris takes the snap. He will hand off, tailback, lowers his shoulder, pushes it to the 34. Now the clock will run. 33 seconds left.
Yeah, I think their feeling was we'll take a few seconds off the clock.
Just take it all the way down as far as they possibly can. Stewart's Creek has never beaten Smyrna. They gave them all they wanted tonight and then some.
Boy, and credit Stewart's Creek for the majority of this second half where they have played well.
Smyrna's going to let it run all the way down. We'll see if there's going to be a delay of game or if the clock is going to run out. And the answer is with 3, with 2, with 1, and that's it. Smyrna holds on. They defeat Stewart's Creek by a score of 19-18. With that, the Bulldogs improved to 4-4 on the season and 3-0 in Class 6A Region 5, setting up most likely a showdown with Antioch coming up a little later on. Stewart's Creek falls to 5-3. They are now 1-2 in the region. Stay with us. We'll come back and wrap it up here from Smyrna in just a moment on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing. If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
It's an NFL doubleheader on Sports USA. And first, the Indianapolis Colts with Moss, Pittman, and Pierce race to Jacksonville and face Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and the Jaguars. Then it's off to Vegas as Ramondre, Zeke, and the New England Patriots come to Sim City to see if they can outrun the Raiders and Josh Jacobs.
Gets the snap, gives it to Josh Jacobs, and he is in.
It's the Colts and the Jaguars, then the Pats at the Raiders. This Sunday on Sports USA.
NFL coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. exclusively on WNSR.
Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel downtown is at the heart of Music City. Located within walking distance of the Country Music Hall of Fame, Bar Lines at the Omni is your downtown honky-tonk destination. Watch your team from any seat on their plentiful HD TVs and catch a live show on the Bar Lines stage featuring live music 7 days a week. Bar Lines has the ultimate Southern comfort food. Get started with classic fried green tomatoes or bourbon barbecue wings. Then it's on to the massive Smashville double stack or the world famous Bar Lines grinder. Oh, you've never heard of the Bar Lines grinder? 2 kinds of cheese, lettuce, Dijon, smoked turkey, smoked bacon, smoked ham. Now that's some smoke you want. Local brews and local spirits are on tap at Bar Lines. Take a seat on the patio outside and soak up the rhythm of Music City. Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Now it's time for your MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week post-game show with stats and analysis of tonight's game and your MidState Checkdown High School Football Player of the Week. Now here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Well, what a good one we had tonight here in Smyrna, Tennessee. The homestanding Bulldogs, their final home game of the season, improved to 3-0 in Class 6A Region 5. They did it by the skin of their Bulldog teeth. 19-18 win over Stewart's Creek, so they keep that streak alive. Stewart's Creek has never beaten Smyrna. Boy, it was awfully close tonight. Smyrna built a 13-0 lead, had a pick 6 in the opening half. Stewart's Creek in the second half, they scored on the final play of the first half to make it 13-6. Then they sort of took command, Jonathan, in the third quarter, led this game 18-13 until Smyrna was able to get that final drive and score the winning touchdown.
Yeah, special teams played a big role. Missed 2-point conversions, missed extra points, also played a big role in the game. Joe, it was literally everything we thought it would be. Hard-hitting, defensive, down to the wire. Smyrna found a way at the end to win it, and right now, a huge win for them in a variety of ways. Most importantly for them, staying undefeated in the region, which gives them an excellent shot to win the region championship this year as they're playing their best football at the right time.
Rarely do you win a game when you have 22 yards of total offense, 66 on the ground, 56 through the air, but they were able to manage it. Field position was a huge key in this game. Turnovers, kicking game was really a big factor in this game.
Well, Stewart's Creek had it inside the red zone and inside the 10 multiple times here tonight. They couldn't get enough points on the board. Credit to Smyrna's defense being able to do that. They didn't have good field position really the entire game unless it was off of a turnover, Joe. But they had the good field position on their next to last drive there where they scored the touchdown, started in plus territory. And when they needed to come up with big plays tonight, on both sides of the ball, they were able to do it.
Smyrna was 0 for 7 on third down tonight and still found a way to win the game. Passing wise, it was Morris with 90 yards passing, the big 2 touchdowns, the big one at the end of the game. That was the difference. Leading receiver was Robinson, Michael Robinson, 4 catches, 42 yards. He also had the interception that stopped the game and won the game for Smyrna at the end. Stewart's Creek, 88 yards on the ground, 156 through the air. So total offense of 244, 12 first downs. They were 2 for 9 on third down tonight. Individually, Odie was the leading carrier, 62 yards on 20 carries. Also passing-wise, 142 yards passing for Jones, a couple of interceptions, including the pick 6 in the first half. And so that was really kind of the key. And our player of the game, as we ascend it down now, is Michael Robinson with the interception at the end of the game. I'm curious, Michael, how aware are you guys of the idea that Stewart's Creek had never beaten Smyrna before?
We're very aware. That's why we didn't let it happen tonight.
You knew that going in, huh?
Yes, sir.
Talk about the play of that defense tonight, especially when Stewart's Creek had the ball multiple times inside the red zone, inside the 10, but more often than not, the defense found a way to keep Stewart's Creek off the board.
Yes, sir. We just had to stay nasty, stay to our techniques, and do what we was coached to do.
You mentioned this defense. It's been outstanding for the past several games now. Held East Nashville to 14 last week, 2 shutouts prior to that. What is the key ingredient to this success?
I say we stay as one, stay as a family, and that's all we got to do, and we got to execute big plays, make big plays.
It was a big win for you guys. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it. That's Michael Robinson, our player of the game, as Smyrna wins it by a final score of 19-18. Thank you so much. Appreciate
yes,
you, man. Thank you very much for being with us. Jonathan Schaefer, we had a good one. You thought it was going to be a good one, turned out to be just that.
No doubt. I joked around during the last break that this score was very reminiscent of a Ravens-Titans type of score, which is what we're going to have in London this weekend. It was just as physical, just as defensive, big plays on defense. We had big plays on special teams. Two very evenly matched squads that know each other very well. We could tell from the onset that these two teams had scouted each other out extremely well. Congratulations to Smyrna, who's now got a great opportunity to go on and possibly win the region.
Two of the best tackling defenses I've seen.
No question.
There were. I don't recall a missed tackle tonight by either of these teams. It was well played, went right down to the wire as we expected. And Smyrna, a huge win, 3-0 in the region now as they edge Stewart's Creek by a score of 19-18. Thank you, Jonathan. Great to be with you as always. Thank you, Adam Johnson. Thanks, Joe, for all of your help tonight as well. Q and Will be back in the studio to kind of catch you up on high school football throughout the Mid-State. I'm Joe Fisher. Thanks for joining us once again. Final score, Smyrna 19, Stewart's Creek 18 on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best. If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit jodyjonesdds.com or call 615-259-5100.
When you want down-home cooking, just head downtown. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel serves traditional Southern cooking, sourced fresh and local, just like Grandma used to make. Start your day with a Southern smoked breakfast bowl or a Music City omelet. If you're looking for variety, hit the biggest breakfast buffet in Music City or get your fill at the world-famous Biscuit Bar. Kitchen Notes dishes up lunch with traditional Southern tomato pie, country ham, and classic picnic ambrosia. Serving breakfast Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 10:30 and lunch is served 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Kitchen Notes doesn't forget the brunch crowd. Brunch at Kitchen Notes is every Friday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. featuring cast iron pancakes, made to order waffles and eggs, and ice cold carafes of mimosas. Enjoy farm to table Southern dishes made from treasured family recipes. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Man, that dramatic pause was worth something. 37 combined points, and a 1-point victory for the Bulldogs of Smyrna, who continue a winning streak versus Stewart's Creek. And I will say this. Stewart's Creek came out and gave Smyrna a lot to think about. Yeah, we've had some one-sided affairs this season. Some expected, most not. But I think, like the guys stated throughout the broadcast, these are two teams that know each other very well in a really tough region, and we got what we expected.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't a blowout. It wasn't a running clock, like we're used to. Very, very dramatic game. Even at the end, down to the last second. I was on the edge of my seat.
I wouldn't say all that, but I was intrigued. I was quite intrigued throughout the night. Man, let's go through some of these storylines with this game.
Yes, sir.
3 missed extra points. A turnover on downs, which led to a Stewart's Creek touchdown.
And I don't think anybody got a 2-point conversion.
Well, thanks for spoiling one of my points, but we'll get there in a second. Smyrna punts the ball 3 times in the third quarter. Smyrna scored 6 of their points off of an interception. They call those pick sixes.
Yeah.
Stewart's Creek, they score on their final drive of the third quarter. I do not believe Smyrna converted on third down. If they did, there was a huge pass completion that kept the drive going for the Bulldogs. As you spoiled earlier, there were 2 failed 2-point conversions. Smyrna only had 2 penalties in the game, and those were 2 crucial penalties.
Yeah.
And to sum it all up, Smyrna has 122 yards of total offense, under 70 rushing and receiving. That's some balanced football right there.
Absolutely.
I say that sarcastically. We get into some scores. Unicoi County 41, Claiborne 32. Unicoi County improves to 5-3 on the year. Tennessee High with the win over Cott County 40-22. Cloudland 55, Cosby 14. Cosby 1-7 on the year. Happy Valley living up to their name, 64-12 over Cumberland Gap. Sevier County 27, Daniel Boone 7. Dobbins Bennett 46, William Blunt 21. Maryville defeats Cleveland 34-7. Alcoa shuts out Scott. Alcoa is still rolling at 7-0 on the year, 49-0. And that win makes County a really close game versus Polk County. Meg County survived a scare, 7-0. South Pittsburgh 41, Chattanooga Prep 14. South Pittsburgh 8-0 on the year. Copper Basin gets their second win of the year, 23-20 over Lookout Valley. Lookout Valley yet to win a game this year. McMinn Central improves to 6-2, and they drop Kingston down to 7-2 on the year. A close win for McMinn Central, 31-28. And if you haven't had a chance to watch McMinn Central girls basketball, man, you're in for a treat. Trousdale County 28. Monterey did not get on the board. Bearden 33. Oak Ridge 29. The MyTV 30 game of the week belonged to Oakland. 42-0 over Coffee County. Coffee County out of Manchester, Tennessee. So they play a lot of schools in Rutherford County. Bradley Central 35. Red Bank 0. Rockvale playing Pope John Paul Preparatory School for the first time in program history. Rockvale starts that series off 1-0 with a 35-14 win over the Knights of Pope John Paul. preparatory school. They have 2 really tough region games coming up. They play Chattanooga Christian, and they end their season at Franklin Road Academy. Team coming off of a 34-33 overtime win over Battleground Academy their last time out on the field. Riverdale 55, Blackman 28. That game in the fourth quarter. Smith County 27, Westmoreland 0. That's a final. Cascade 28, Cannon County 22. Nashville Christian losing to Fayetteville 42-37. Giles County down in Pulaski 69-14 over Community. Community yet to win a game this year. Laverne 27, Green Hill 24. Lebanon 28-20 over Mount Juliet. Clay County 35-16. They win over Red Bowling Springs. Gallatin all over Wilson Central 37-6. Waverly 41, Hickman County 14. Shelbyville 21, Lawrence County 12. Republic losing to Liberty Creek today 57-0. A Republic program restarting their football program, and it's just hard to watch. With only 17 players on the team, only 2 full-time coaches on the staff, it's my hat and my heart goes out to that program. Just having a hard time this season, and it is, I think, hopefully good things are to come for their charter school program out in North Nashville. Cookeville 41, Lincoln County 13, Laredo 48, Eagleville 14. That game still in progress. Moore County 49, Huntland 7. Creekwood, Station Camp, one side of the fair right now. Station Camp 43, Creekwood 9. Upperman 28, White House 14, Decatur County 35, Adamsville 13. Huntington 51-0 over Gibson County. Peabody 31, Jackson Central Mary 14. South Gibson 27, Lexington able to get a safety on the board. McEwen 27, Perry County 7. Milan 49, Tresvent 0. Beach 48-10 over Siegel. Pure Youth Academy. And the word pure stands for persevering under restraints and extremes. Based out of Memphis, Tennessee. Pure Youth Academy right now 54-47 over Crockett County. That game's still in progress. Pure Youth Academy has not won a game this year. Dixon County 31-12 over Kenwood. We had Coach Jared Sneed on the air last week. Hendersonville 39, Portland 0. McNairy Central 47, Liberty 0. Dyersburg 38, Scotts Hill 0. Union City 62-3. That game in the fourth quarter versus Halls. And Baylor 49-10 over Life Academy out of Virginia. So here's what we'll do. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll run through the scoreboard. We'll recap our WNSR Mid-State Checkdown game of the week. Hey, announcers out there, if you want to come in, talk about your team, the phone number 615-844-5600. Again, 615-844-5600. We are live from the Strike and Spare Studios here at the historic WNSR. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages.
Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
Jackson Boone Racing.
The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Jackson Boone Racing.
A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old.
Jackson Boone Racing.
Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front.
Jackson Boone Racing. It's an NFL doubleheader on Sports USA. And first, the Indianapolis Colts with Moss, Pittman, and Pierce race to Jacksonville and face Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and the Jaguars. Then it's off to Vegas as Ramondre, Zeke, and the New England Patriots come to Sin City to see if they can outrun the Raiders and Josh Jacobs.
Gets the snap, gives it to Josh Jacobs, and he is in.
It's the Colts and the Jaguars, then the Pats at the Raiders. This Sunday on Sports USA.
NFL coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. exclusively on WNSR.
We all know that Nashville life can get hectic. In the middle of all the madness that is life, don't forget to take care of yourself. Treat yourself to Nashville's ultimate relaxation experience at Makara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel. With services for men and women, Makara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel is your one-stop shop for full body treatment. Begin your experience in the exquisite relaxation room, then enjoy a full body treatment or even a couple's massage before finishing in the salon. Located on the 4th floor of the Omni Nashville Hotel, Makara Spa is Nashville's highest quality self-care oasis. To book your experience or gain information on packages, call Makara Spa today at 615-761-3600. Again, 615-761-3600. Or log on to theomnihotel.com. And with every booking, you'll have free valet parking and rooftop pool access to enjoy the Music City skyline. And through Labor Day, enjoy the 4th floor spa terrace for only $20. Makara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
All right, fans, we're back. WNSR MidState Checkdown game of the week comes to a conclusion, and a dramatic one it was. Smyrna with the win over Stewart's Creek, 19-18. We're not going to go through how everything happened. No, yeah, we are. So if you're just joining us for this version of the post-game wrap-up show, 3 missed extra points. Smyrna with only 122 yards of total offense. Both teams failed on a 2-point conversion. And 6 of Smyrna's 19 points came via an interception that was returned for a touchdown. So it's safe to say this was a close defensive football game.
Defense wins championships.
Yeah, that it does. But here's what else comes out of this game. So Smyrna played their final home game of the season. So the last 2 games of the 2023 season will now be played on the road. Well, they then travel down to Antioch, Tennessee. And who would have thought that going into this matchup, you would see Antioch at 3-0 in the region and Smyrna 3-0 in the region. This game could potentially be for the region. Because look at it like this. Both of these teams have now beat Stewart's Creek.
Yeah.
So that pushes them down further, Stewart's Creek. And the winner of this game could potentially win the region. And Antioch has some pretty tough games left to go. You have Smyrna next week. You end your season versus Laverne. And that Mike Woodward-led team, do not let the record fool you. That they're not, you come to Laverne. In the last few years, has not necessarily been the case. But one thing I know about Coach Woodward, he strategizes, and he works with what he has.
Absolutely.
And it will be interesting to see how that game unfolds. But it's all about next week. But I say that to say this: we have one of our, I like to call him our announcer buddies, on the line. This is the voice of Beach High School. Terry Utley, how you doing?
I'm doing great tonight. Back rebound game. I hate to use that term, but a good rebound game from the loss against the heartbreaking loss in overtime against Henry County. They rebound with a 48-10 victory over the visiting Siegel Stars.
When you look at Siegel, I mean, this is a team that started off pretty fast. They ran into Oakland and got ran over by Oakland, just like everybody else does here in the state of Tennessee. Since then, I really don't feel like Siegel has been the same since. When you look at your program, I mean, you guys lost to Oakland in the state championship last year. How did Beach look out there? I mean, I know they've had an up and down season as well, as you stated, getting a bounce back win from last week. How have the Buccaneers been doing out there?
They're doing better. The offensive line is maturing, and I think that was really the question mark starting out was, you lose 4 or 5 kids off that team last year, and most of them had started together 2 years on the O-line, and just breaking in some kids and finding that combination, and then the emergence of 2 really good running backs. Sophomore Shelton Swafford tonight had 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was our player of the game. And then a freshman named D.K. Williams had around 75 or 80 and a touchdown tonight. So those 2 young kids. And, when you look at Beach, we only have about 7 or 8 seniors that play, and I think 13 total. And the sophomore and junior class both have more than 30 kids. The freshman team went undefeated this year, and then both middle schools at Feed Beach were undefeated or actually had to beat each other in middle school play. So a lot of depth being built in this program, and when you lose 26 kids and all those starters from last year, it's been a process, but I think we're finally turning that corner.
Well, that's good. I mean, you guys have been through your ups and your downs. I mean, right now you're looking at 4-4 on the year. You go to Hunters Lane next week. Then you end your season at Springfield. So a couple games that, who knows, could go either way, or you could potentially be walking into the playoffs, potentially 6-4 or 5-5. You never know. I'm sure you wouldn't want to go 4-6. But talk about Hunters Lane. What do you know about the Warriors?
Not much. I've heard they're better. They have not won a game in the region. I've heard folks say that they are better, but they're kind of playing behind. This is a tough region. When you've got Henry County, Beach, and Hendersonville, and then a really good Springfield team, and then a young but upcoming Portland team. I mean, it's just tough. It's just tough for that team. And you're talking about Beach. They've lost 4 games. The Henry County game in overtime, but the other 3 were the 6A teams, and besides the Independence game, they lost the other one by 7 and the other one by 2 on the road to 6A teams. So, I mean, we've only lost to 1 team. It wasn't a 6A team.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, when you look at this team, as you stated, they're replacing a lot of players, and a lot of people fail to understand, it takes time. Beach has been, one of the, in the last few years, one of the more successful Sumner County programs. And that you've been the voice there for a while. So you've been through the ups and the downs down there with the Buccaneers. But a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores. And I think it's obviously safe to say it's a youth movement down there.
It is. And I mean, we don't use, you hear the cliche, we don't rebuild, we reload. And don't really want to use that phrase, but this is probably not the year that Beach, that looked at going that far down the road like we did last year. The future with all those kids, and again, I said we had 45 freshmen playing this year, and then Hunter Middle School, who won the middle school championship undefeated, had 58 kids on their team in middle school. And, they were undefeated, untouched in the season in middle school. So, I mean, I mean, that doesn't always equate to varsity wins, but it's a good place to start.
You know what I call that, Terry?
Depth.
No, I was going to say real estate development. Hey, but
Yes,
thanks for coming on. Terry Utley, the voice of beach football. Hey, man, appreciate you, and call back next week. No problem.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You
Good
too.
night.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah, man. This beach program, I mean, represented 5A in the state championship last year, or 6A in the state championship last year, and I don't want to say they're not taking a step back. I mean, that's not what it is, and we all know that for a fact. Like Terry said, it's a youth movement up there, but good things, I'm sure, will come for Beach. I think that's going to do it for us, Q Joseph.
Yeah. Like I said, man, been a good night. Hopefully next week will be the same.
Yeah, next week we will have East Nashville and Republic. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup. East Nashville rolling right now, 6-2 on the year. Republic still struggling yet to get a win this season, but a lot of good matchups next year. Obviously, Q Joseph and I will keep you up to date on everything TSSAA football on our WNSR MidState Checkdown game of the week. And with that being stated, we wrap the tie on this one, and we say goodnight. Smyrna, 19. Stewart's Creek, 18. A tough, gritty, and exciting football game on the historic airwaves here at WNSR. For Will Brown, Q Joseph, I'm Will Brown saying good night. And tune in the morning, Prep Football Talk with the legendary coach Bubba Spears and the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame writer Greg Pogue. Have a good night.
Thank you for listening to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Make sure to follow WNSR on Twitter at Nash Sports Radio and on Facebook at Nashville Sports Radio for highlights of tonight's game.
The MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Strike and Spare Family Fun Center, Jackson Boone Racing, the Omni Nashville Hotel, Jody Jones Dentistry, Southern Trophy House.
Thank you for listening to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week on Nashville's home for high school football. WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
560 AM, 95.9 FM, Brentwood, Nashville, 107.9 FM, Smyrna, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. WNSR, Nashville.